Hey, what's good with y'all boys? Look, it's been a fat minute since you saw me. It's been a fat minute since I saw y'all. I'm gonna be honest with you, finals have been beating the hell out of me. It was so bad that I got turned into the fight back me.
Fight back, nigga! Fight back, nigga! Fight back! Fight back!
I know. It's been 2 months since I posted. And it's literally been a month since I made a whole short video anyway. But in order to make up for that, I'm gonna make a compilation video of all my Mansion Black Forces episodes 1 through 9. I'm literally doing this before I make my shadow video. The script is finished. I just have to record the audio for it. And yes, I know, I'm tired of making promises I can't keep. I know I'm just saying all this corny stuff, but trust me, it'll all be worth it in the end. I promise you. Oh yeah, as a little side note, I'm actually in Texas right now for Dreamcon, so yeah, this literally might be up by the time I get back. I don't know. Now sit back, relax, grab some snacks or whatever you got around you, and enjoy the comp. Now, I don't want to start this video off with bad news, but I gotta speak on this while it's on my mind. Akira Toriyama has passed away and now he's chilling with King Kai. I know, it's very shocking. Now, I didn't even think this would ever happen. I'm gonna be honest, I started watching Dragon Ball when it was airing on Nicktoons back in the day.
Dragon Ball Z Kai premieres May 24th at 8 on Nicktoons.
If you know, you know. And I used to watch my older brother play Raging Blast 2 on PS3, and those alone got me into Dragon Ball. The anime community will never be the same again without the goat of all anime. In order to dedicate his memory, I'm making this video to talk about one of the best Dragon Ball Z characters that he's ever drawn, and my boy Trunks, and why I personally classify him as a savage of the future. Oh, fun fact, I was doing some digging, right? And apparently Toriyama never had an official favorite character, but his 3 favorites were Goku, Piccolo, and Mr. Satan, aka the Fraud. Yeah, I know. But if you want a Piccolo video in the future, just let me know and I'll get started. Now, how I'm gonna go about this video is I'm gonna have highlights to showcase to you beautiful people and to explain why Trunks is that guy, and y'all about to witness it too. So without further ado,
Let's get to the highlights!
Alright, to start off our first highlight, we have highlight 1, folding Frieza and King Cold. While the rest of the Z-Fighters were basically shitting bricks at the pure thought that Frieza has returned with his pops. I'm gonna be real with y'all, I'd be scared too, cause I know for a fact that Goku baked them on 425 on Namek, and he shouldn't be in their faces right now. But anyways, when the Z-Fighters finally come to their senses, they pull up to where Frieza's ship landed. After Frieza was pretty much done yapping, explaining how he came back after getting baked, yada yada yada, I don't care about that. Next thing you know, his soldiers are dropping like flies. Then the man, the myth, the dog, Trunks has arrived to the battlefield, and let me take a second to address this man's drip. I mean, come on, the boots, clean, the jacket, clean, and the sword? On top of being a dog, man's drip was too clean. Like, nobody could touch him when it comes to the drip. Alright, I'm getting off topic, let's move on. Random soldier number 75 started scanning his power level, and him thinking he's not gonna get violated will lead to him getting absolutely mollywopped, because he underestimated how much of a savage Trunks was. And of course, he got one shot off rip. And then Trunks ended up saying, "Come on, is that the best you can do, or are you just that washed?"
Me personally, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect.
After the rest of Frieza's goons tried to attack Trunks at once, and he folds all of them with ease.
Light work, no reaction.
At this point, Frieza's had enough of this bullshit and he started talking heavy. But then Trunks was pretty much like, you know what? Let's move on to highlight 2. Alright, so for the last highlight of this video, we're gonna move on to highlight 2. Running 17 and 18's Fade with Cell's guest appearance. After everything that happened in the Cell saga, Trunks went back to his timeline to pay 17 and 18 a little visit. And let's just say, it didn't end well for either of them.
Oh, shit! Be gone, fuck!
Yeah. He definitely got his lick back in Future Gohan. Oh right, he also paid to sell his time on a little visit as well. Bro made a guest appearance. You wanna know how this went? It went as well as you might expect. Cell got absolutely pieced. You know what? I'm done explaining. Just roll the clip. Actually, before I play the clip, I'm gonna let y'all know right now, I'm about to redub this whole scene, because I'm starting to think my voice acting has gotten a little bit better. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But with that out of the way, enjoy the redub clip.
Alright, cameraman. Make sure you get the angles while I whip his ass. And be sure to get my good side. Is he looking? Oh yeah, he definitely looking. He know I got the shit on though. Straight from Capsule Corp.
Quit the inner monologue. You know good and damn well you don't have that shit on though. That already looks so tacky. You look like you bought that off of Temu. I'm not even wearing clothes, even I have better drip than you. Remember, this is Big Daddy Cell you're talking to, the trippiest villain in DBZ. Your punk ass mentor and your daddy would be disappointed in you.
Bitch. Keep my mentor and my father out your fucking mouth!
Yo, you're grabbing my tip, you do know that's my weak spot? Ugh. It wouldn't appear I have made a severe relapse in my judgment. I would like to formally apologize. You know what? Fuck it. Me. What the hell?
Never underestimate the trick!
At this point, I don't have to keep going. I solidified my point on why Trunks is a savage of the future. No further questions, Your Honor. Alright, so thanks for taking the time to watch, and the next video, oh my god, y'all not ready to talk about Batman Jr. Man, oh man. We got a lot to talk about today, but before I do, I gotta give credit where credit is due, because I've seen a good amount of videos talking about Robin and what he did to Psychotech. I mean, come on now, if I see someone get hit with a double knee special, you absolutely got it, bro, because it ain't worth it at the end of the day. So shout out to those creators who made those videos, and I hope y'all go further, and I'm gonna put their channel links in the description. Anyways, let's talk about the D1 demon himself. So I had to rewatch the OG Teen Titans for this vid, because ain't no way I'm gonna make this video unprepared. But enough jibber jabber. Today, we are here to talk about Robin, the demon of 03. How I'm gonna go about this video is I'm gonna have 3 highlights to showcase to you beautiful people to explain why Robin is that damn dog. And y'all about to witness it too. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present to you Highlight 1, Red X. Now, we're at the point in the show where Robin doesn't even know who Slade is yet, because in the beginning of the series, Slade was mainly in the shadows where he didn't reveal himself. After getting solo ulted by the Hive and eventually running the Hive's fate in the tower, Robin interrogates Krillin's long-lost son, asking him who Slade was. Alright, Krillin's long-lost child, I'm gonna ask you this one time and one time only. Who the f*** is Slade?
Heh, I'm not telling you a damn thing. You gonna have to piece me up in order to make me snitch.
So your alopecia having ass ain't talking, I bet. So pretty much Gizmo was no help. Robin was determined to figure out who Slade was. Look at Batman Jr. following the ways of his mentors to put his victims in the now talk pose. Max is gonna be so proud. A few episodes later, these Slade bots are trying to nab an important computer chip.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
While everyone else made light work of the remaining bot, Starfire gets shot with the Blitz 5000. Robin saves her. In the process, he's already using the now talk method on the bot.
Listen here, you little shit!
If you don't tell me who Slade is and where he is, I'ma cook you so bad, your mother won't recognize you when I'm done. After all that, this is the first time Robin got trolled by Slade. Huh? I'ma need y'all to take notes on this, cause this won't be the first time he gets trolled. I've seen you falling for the old-fashioned FaceTime trick. Works every time, I tell ya. Anyways, since you wanna find out who and where I am so damn bad, why don't you come and find out? So after that embarrassing troll moment, Robin had it with all the games. He decided in order to get close to Slade, he must don the persona of Red X, aka the Red Dog. A few minutes end up passing. X successfully steals a chip. He folded the Titans like it was light work.
Light work, no reaction.
After all that, he wants to make a deal with Slade.
So a little birdie told me that you really want this chip.
Yeah, that's true. Who asking?
X. Red X.
Red X. That name goes hard, can't even lie to you.
I know. Now here's what we're gonna do. I give you this chip, and you fill me in on your next move.
Ambitious little bro. I like that. But unfortunately, you can't win my trust just yet. In order to do that, I'm gonna need you to do some shit for me. No rich flex.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell Drake was thinking when he said it like that. Now that was some zesty light-skinned shit.
So after that engaging conversation, X starts to fold the Titans again. At this point, you need to change your game plan. X ends up chatting with Slade again, and he's one step closer, no Linkin Park, to finding out what Slade's true motives are. Afterwards, X goes for the last chip, and Slade congratulates him, just for him to realize that it was a setup. Once again, getting trolled.
Look at you. Stupid.
When the Titans finally pull up, Robin reveals himself and chases Slade down. In their first fight, it didn't go well. Quit playing and show yourself now! Now, you really thought I showed myself. What you think this is? A Saturday morning cartoon? You think I'm some villain of the week? We'll meet until I say we'll meet. You smell me? By the way, I got you a present. Hope you like it. Yup, Robin got trolled for the 3rd time. But Robin's still a demon though, cause he got hard for that. Cause when I get to highlight 2, Robin ain't finished being Batman's disciple. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I now present to you Highlight 2, Solo Squad Wipe. A few episodes end up passing again, and Robin still hasn't let up on who Slade is and what his plans are. It's gotten so bad that he had a dream with the same sequence from the roof battle. After fighting for a bit, Slade tells Robin that they're really the same, and Robin tells him that he's nothing like Slade. After laying a solid hit, he takes the mask off and turns out it was Robin himself. If I'm being 100% genuine, Robin has to put a stop to this ASAP. So the rest of the Titans get a call from Slade at 5 a.m. telling them that he has a giant detonator that pretty much stops time, so we really stole deals. When the Titans get to Pier 41, they're greeted with a bunch of Slade bots. And when I tell y'all Robin put the absolute pause on these bots, I mean it. This man, I'm not, and I know y'all not either. Ladies and gentlemen, we have finally reached the main event. The reason why you even clicked on this video in the first place. Highlight 3, Robin versus Psychotech. Psychotech causing havoc in the city, you know, typical villain shit, no big deal. And then the Titans show up and then Psycho hits the jets and the chase down begins. And off rip, he's making some grade A plays. Throws both of his explosive at these rockets, slides smoothly in between Raven and Starfire. Wait, that ain't sound right. He went backwards to cut them off. And after that, he tried canceling Beast Boy's life subscription and dips off. Now this is just disrespectful. Both Starfire and Raven are throwing everything in their inventory at Psycho, and bro is dodging. Bro is Weave Nation certified. And pulls out some nunchucks like he Bruce Lee, Mikey from TMNT, Dante, pretty much any character that uses nunchucks. Bro threw explosives at Robin and Cyborg just to create a distraction, and BB got caught lacking again. Cyborg tries to get his look back, and it ended up leading to his car getting blown up. Long story short, he ends up getting to the tower, making light work of the Titans, and here comes Batman Jr. diving like he's in an Arkham game. Grabbed his jetpack and they start going blow for blow midair. He prevents both of them from taking fall damage. Hi, who the f are you and what you want? Robin goes over to investigate this pink ball that Psychotech left. While the rest of the Titans are repairing the tower, Robin interrogates Psychotech and he finds out that his boss, Broshagun, sent him to Jump City. And guess where we going, baby? That's right, we going to Japan, so pack your shit and let's go! After the Titans finally touch base at Japan, Robin is trying to figure out a lead on Psycho. Speaking of, Psycho pulls up on Robin, threw his bomb near him and it exploded. Once he started swinging, Robin peeped that it was another Psychotech and the chase down begins again. Robin cuts off Psycho's jetpack and starts falling. Dreaming. Once he lands, he peeps out Robin. Nah! What the hell is this? Robin, this ain't WWE NXT? Hell, let's save it All Elite Wrestling. My brother in Christ, you need a therapist ASAP. Nah, scratch that. You need an exorcism, damn demon. But after all that, turns out Psycho was a contortionist because this thing starts twisting his body to break Robin's grip. And now they start running each other's fade. Now this is a little even matchup until Psycho grabbed Robin's cape. I'm sure Rob at the back of his mind like, oh, I'm about to crash out. Then Psycho proceeds to drop kick Robin. Oh, we're not even done. Bro hits him with and then Psycho books it on Robin again. Me personally, I'd be mad as shit like you pulled up on me just to run. Like, make it make sense. So Robin ends up chasing Psycho when tackled broke. At this point, he had enough of him running from the now talk, and he has to assert dominance. And to do so, he cuffed him. No did he. Robin staring at him like, got him. We fucking got him. But that instantly went out the window because the contortionist showcasing god-tier shoulder flexibility. And Robin is absolutely pissed, and they going for round 2, but this time with the weapons. Psycho pulls out the twin side like he Raphael, Elektra, you get the point. And Robin offered a rebuttal, pulling out his own weapons, and they get to work. Robin's piece broke mid-battle, so he resorts to kicking like Sanji, just for him to receive a right hook to the face. Psycho does a crazy side combo that tears Robin's fit. Just look at his face. I can tell he wants to put him in the dirt. And guess what? Psycho dips off again. This ain't even a fight, this is straight trolling. At this point, Robin clearly had enough of the game, so he threw his boomerang at the billboard and tackled Psycho into it. If y'all want to know what an Avengers level battle looks like post-fight, you get this. I don't even know if anyone died in this area or not, but either way, Robin is cooking Psycho to the point where the pink insides look like blood. So everyone came to the conclusion that Robin put him on a t-shirt. So he ends up getting framed for murder and gets locked up. This is kind of a tragic way to end this off, but come on, he doesn't stay locked up for long. Let's be for real. And that, ladies and gentlemen, are my reasons on why Robin is a demon of all 3. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how long this video is gonna be, and the Teen Titans rewatch was pretty fun, not gonna lie. I'm most definitely gonna do more of these in the future, so leave suggestions on what show or character I should do in the comments or on my Instagram story, and I'll get to them. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and follow my socials, link in the description, and I'm gonna go ahead and dip. So it has come to my attention that you people really like DC since the Robin vid did so well. And I really appreciate the support y'all gave on that vid. Thank y'all so much. This journey about to be a banger. Just like the last vid, but this time I'm gonna jump from one menace to society to the next menace to society. Jason Todd, aka
Red Hood.
Now, Red Hood had a very tragic past from being on the streets because both his parents are the scum of the earth. His dad got locked up, his mama a fiend, so she wanted him to steal.
I think I'm about to steal!
And let me tell y'all this. Bro had the balls, the unadulterated gall, to try to steal the wheels off the Batmobile. Let anyone else try this, they either go on a t-shirt or to the ICU. I'ma move on now. Now, I was gonna make separate highlights, but the movie's a highlight in itself, so why not go through the whole movie? Because the movie is absolutely gas, and y'all about to witness this banger. Now, the movie starts off with Ra's al Ghul talking to his butler. I'd assume that's his butler. I don't know. At the same time, Batman is trying to save Jason from Joker because this boy is getting beat. And y'all want to know something up? The same thing happened in the older comics, but there were 2 phone numbers to call to either keep Jason alive or to kill him. And guess which number the fans wanted to call? That's right, the fans decided to seal Jason's fate by packing him up. For some reason, they must have had a hate boner for Jason. Aside from that, Jason tries to save himself after Joker leaves. The bomb was counting down, and it was all too late. Batman arrives and the place blows up, realizing that Batman failed. A good 5 years end up passing, all of Gotham's drug lords gather up to a meeting that none of them even started. And guess who did start it? That's right, they started spreading it. I was gonna let the conversation play out normally, but I'm not gonna do it for 2 reasons. 1, I might get clapped by the copyright gods, and 2, it'll be boring. So I'm gonna bridge the out of this.
You can go on about your business like shit didn't happen. But here's the catch. I'm gonna need 40% of the profit.
40%? What you gonna do with that?
Don't worry about that. Now, do we have a deal? And if you're thinking about saying no, allow me to show you what happened to the last guys who said no. Damn. Now that we're officially on the same page, do we have a deal?
Yeah, you got it, boss man, you got it.
Oh, we do. Perfect. Oh, before I go, your dad should have finished on your mama's back.
After that little negotiation, Batman and Nightwing pack up a mesa. These 3 NPCs get sniped, Batman finds out Red Hood pulled the trigger, and the chase starts immediately. Red Hood pulls into a factory. Coincidentally, it's the same factory that Joker fell into the chemical. Red Hood shoots the car where it blows up, making his escape. After narrowing it down to multiple people who use the same name, Batman and Nightwing go to Arkham Asylum to ask Joker if he knew about the new Red Hood. In typical Joker fashion, he was talking shit. They leave. Black Mask was about to get a shipment of a lot of weapons. Both Batman and Red Hood were listening in on the whole thing. Bro takes a helicopter and absolutely crashes it, which is why I call him a damn crash out.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Wait, I wasn't rocking with that joke? I'm sorry, that was bad. Alright, let's continue. There's a very long chase scene, so I'm gonna do y'all a favor and just skip it, and Red Hood makes his escape again. Dog, this is literally 30 minutes into the damn movie, and this man Jason is already on demonic timing. After the chase, Red Hood ran the fate with the fearsome hands of 4, and the way he and Batman did them, I'ma just let it play. Bro just used a taser to kill the dude who had him hostage. At this point, who's gonna check him? So after that boxing session, Batman started to have a flashback after finding out that the Red Hood was Jason. Even in the flashback, this boy was a natural menace as Robin. He went from humbling Riddler, who is one of the most annoying villains in DC, to breaking a random Gotham cook's collarbone. Bro was always on D1 Black Air Force activity. More things happen in the movie, but I'ma just skip to the good part. Batman and Red Hood finally have a little small talk before the fade.
Welp. It's about time you showed up. I was honestly getting bored. This ends tonight. All of it. What you gonna do if I don't? Well, first I'm gonna beat your ass and then take you to Arkham. You got about 5 seconds to let me work before I smoke the backpack. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up, bitch!
1 hour later.
Bruce, I'm not mad that you didn't save me. But you wanna know what I am mad about? Is that this bitch is still breathing! I get it. No the fuck you don't! See, this is your problem. When it comes to the small petty shit, you'll turn a motherfucker into a vegetable. But when it comes to killing or injuring your closest allies, you let them live! Now if he beat the living hell out of you, now if it was you, I would have done nothing but search the entire earth for the psychotic pile of sinful, death-worshipping garbage and put him in a pack! You don't understand. If I were to do it, it'd be too damn easy. All I really wanted to do was to pack him. Every day at the back of my mind, there's something telling me to just do it. No Shia LaBeouf. To dish out the same torture methods he's inflicted onto others to just pack him. If I did that, if I allowed myself to enter that place, I wouldn't come back. Fine.
And yeah, This is exactly why Red Hood isn't meant to the Bat family. Now, I was gonna do Batman: A Death in the Family, but it's pretty much the same movie, but it has different choices. And each choice affects the outcome of the movie, so I didn't want to do it. Now, before I start the video off, I just gotta give thanks to you guys real quick. Over 8K views on the Red Hood vid? I don't even know what to say. All I can say is thank y'all for watching and for liking, but the grind isn't finished yet. And you guys are on the journey with me. I gotta give all the glory to God. And at the time I'm recording this, the video is at 11K views right now. So I really thank y'all for that. It's come to my attention that no one has been talking about Samurai Champloo, at least that I know of. And I'm here to change that, and especially to talk about Mugen. This motherfucker is a samurai with black forces. Not literally, but you get what I'm saying. He's him. Even though bro is kinda illiterate, hell, he's very illiterate.
Do the math. 100 dumplings for all you guys? What's that work out to? 5 dumplings a pop?
This is a sick Negro.
But he'll still crash out. And if y'all want proof, sit back, relax, grab some snacks, and a drink. Cause today, we are here to talk about Mugen, the Black Air Force Samurai. Now, before I get into highlight 1, I would like to introduce the Black Air Force Activity Mansion. Here at the mansion, we have Black Air Force characters from their respective media. Here we have the Anime Hall, the DC/Marvel Hall, the Cartoon Hall, the Toku Hall, and the Movie/TV Show Hall. And before you ask, is this sort of like CJ the Champ's round table of Black Air Force activity? Yes, but with a mansion and more characters to work with. Now with that out of the way, highlight 1. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present to you highlight 1, Mugen's entrance. Now we start one day before both Mugen and Jin were about to get sent back to the lobby by this NPC. Mugen walked into a tea house, conveniently the same one that the governor's son is. Oh yeah, Fu works as a waitress, by the way. I forgot to mention that. Before that, the governor was about to take this dude's construction job, and he wanted his bodyguards to send him to see a Michael Jackson concert. Fu accidentally spilled some tea on the governor's son, and this one dude was trying to take a finger from her.
What do you mean by that?
So she yelled 100 dumplings cause Mugen wanted to eat, and bro was like,
oh, shit, life.
And started cooking. He sliced the dude with the sword's arm clean off. It's like he damn near didn't know what happened to him. And the 3 NPCs were trying to jump him. And little did they know they were about to get reverse jumped by one man. Mugen became a Weave Nation draft pick. Stabbed NPC number 1 with his own dagger. Oh, that wasn't enough. Bro started to break the governor's son's fingers to force the other 3 NPCs to go get the governor's bodyguard. After the second finger, those NPCs just skedaddled. Just when he was about to break all of his fingers, Jin pulls up after sending the other NPCs to God. And Mugen took no time to waste and they started boxing. This fight was pretty even, and Jin is also a member of Weave Nation. So after the future Gohan ripoff burned down the tea house, Mugen and Jin were about to get executed. Mugen is showcasing that he's been watching You Got Served, Stomp the Yard, and Step Up in his spare time, because bro is hitting the windmill of death. And Jin is cooking too. And the rest of the episode, both Mugen and Jin were on a kill streak. I'm surprised that they didn't get a tactical nuke from this. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of highlight 1. And for the first episode, I've witnessed unhinged behavior, and I can confirm by saying it was f***ing awesome. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present to you highlight 2, the Nagatomi. After both Mugen and Jin hit the dash on Fu, bro decides to go get some grub, and he runs into the Nagatomi clan. And guess what he does? Don't worry, take your time out. He has the audacity to try to eat their food.
He don't got a clue in the fucking world.
They weren't having it, and Mugen shoves a chopstick into Buddy's hand. As soon as they wanted to jump in, the boss notices and wants Mugen to join him to take over Japan. And Mugen, being the dog that he is, told him, I'ma take a pass on that. By the way, that game was rigged, you goofy bastard. Afterwards, Mugen and Homeboy were waiting for the bodyguard to pull up. And guess who the bodyguard was? It was the homie Jin. Mugen wasted no time, they get to boxing. And these NPCs started jumping in like they could do something to the second main character. Like, that don't work. And Mugen starts cutting through them. And after that little squabble, Mugen dips on the boss and hits the hardest line. Just listen to it.
I don't believe in anyone but me and what I can do. See ya.
You arrogant bastard! You think you can treat me like garbage and just walk away?
If you send someone after me, do me a favor. Send the toughest mofo you can find.
Yes, sir! This nigga spitting.
And then proceeds to pull up in the dice house and starts folding everyone like towels. Now that was a clean exhibition by big bro Mugen. After that clean exhibition, Mugen and the other bodyguard end up fighting. And this fight doesn't last long. As a matter of fact, I shouldn't even call this a fight. This is an execution. Mugen kills the bodyguard and just left him there. This concludes highlight 2, and it's finally time to move on to highlight 3. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would love to present our final highlight. Highlight 3. The shakedown. So after failing to get access to a boat, the squad has to go earn enough money for boat fare. And when I say the squad, I really mean Mugen and Jin, who ain't doing a damn thing. I'm gonna be honest. Afterwards, Mugen pulls up on these 3 degenerates reading a magazine, probably having a jerk circle.
You's a freaky ass nigga!
These bastards have no shame reading this in public. In a secluded area, maybe. But come on, y'all, do better. They pull their swords out, and Mugen, being the menace that he is, says he'll fold them with just his hands. And get straight to it. Bro Weave is the first attack to step on his back, and wall jumps to step on these bumps' face. This reminds me of Goku stomping on Nappa's Chrome Dome. Bo wanna be Stone Cold Steve Austin, Bill Goldberg, Johnny Sands, Dwayne The Rock Johnson looking ass. I'm getting ahead of myself, let me chill. After the scuffle, Mugen proceeds to rob these NPCs, and these losers talk about some, we won't forget this. Bro, you look like a kicked out Blink-182 member. You are not threatening. Don't even get me started on your homies. This one right here has the mini Vegeta hairline, and this one, brother, my God, you're better off being bald. Your barber had to be blind to cut you up like this, and things had to come clean. Now that about wraps up the first episode of Black Air Force Activity Mansion. Now I would keep going, but I don't know if there's any more moments I could find. If I do find them, I'll make a part 2 to this. So this is technically a 2-parter. If you guys are enjoying the mansion and think this is a good addition to the channel, let me know in the comments so I can make some adjustments to make it better. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 1K, and we are literally halfway there. I can almost taste it. And follow my socials, link in the description, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace. Power Rangers. Who doesn't love it? Despite the fact that the brand is currently on life support, and it shows that Super Sentai is a better portion of this entire franchise, but that's a story for another day. Here at the Mansion of Black Forces, yes, I changed the name so it'll be a little shorter. We like to talk about different characters from their respective verses, and we're going to be diving into Toku territory. And you might ask yourself, who's the person Genji's going to talk about today? We're going to be discussing Jennifer Scott, the Pink Time Force Ranger. While she is a Pink Ranger, don't let that fool you. She's the first Pink Ranger to be a leader, and she's a certified crash out, but for a valid reason. She watched her fiance get put in the recently deleted folder in front of her.
Wouldn't let that happen to me though.
Ever since then, she wanted nothing but to put Rancid in a body bag. She wanted it so bad that her and her squad had to time travel to 2001, censored from the year 3000. I forgot to mention that they're all cops from the future, so keep that in mind. But enough about that. Let's find out if Jen has what it takes to chill at the Mansion of Black Forces. Editor, cue the intro. I've gathered up some evidence to back up my claim that Jen belongs in the Mansion of Black Forces. And you people watching at home or wherever the hell you at, probably on the toilet or something, you ain't slick. Without further ado, highlight 1. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present to you Highlight 1, Alex's death. Now we have to understand the reasoning on why Jen became a crash out. Keep in mind, this is only the first episode. After Rancic was finally apprehended, everyone thought everything was fine. And boy, they about to be in for a rude awakening. While they were waiting for his sentencing, Alex, the first Time Force Red Ranger, wants to propose to Jen. And of course, she said yes. When Rancic finally got his sentence, why they didn't give him the death penalty, I'll never know. But then again, this series will be mad short that happened, so... Anyway, this two-faced clone had a plan up his sleeve. While he was being transported to be cryogenically frozen, Nadira ends up playing a ran over pedestrian. Turns out that was a plan all along for Rancic to make his escape. I'ma give it to him though, that was a pretty smart escape plan. Thanks to his helicopter shooting rockets at the truck that Rancic was in, Rocket hit the truck and Rancic makes his escape. Realizing they severely goofed up, the squad has to capture Rancic again since the captain was too happy about bro breaking out. Since Rancic was at the prison, Alex went to go pull up on him, which turned out to be his last decision he'll ever make in life. Cause when they start throwing hands, it's not looking too good for Alex. Then Rancic lands the final blow, ending Alex's Time Force career and his life. And ever since that day, Jen decided she was gonna get her get back on Rancic, even if it meant going back to the year 2001 since Rancic was heading there anyway. That's already a sign of being on BT, cause who's stopping her? Not the damn Time Force police, they wasn't telling her shit. When they got to 01, they were getting their cheeks cuffed at first, but when West pulled up, when they morphed, they got straight to work. The entire team was cooking up, especially Jen. She was standing on nothing but absolute business. And yes, Rancic does escape, but that doesn't stop Jen from cooking. Bro, I genuinely had to laugh at this. When Jen was fighting Glutto, tell me why bro started T-posing while charging at her. This shit reminds me of Godzilla sliding on his damn tail. For what reason? I don't fucking know. Let's move on. After the team finished the cheek clapping, Jen took the morpher from West. She was like, we needed your goofy ass to unlock the morpher, and you did, so have a good day. Now that we've gotten an understanding on why Jen became a crash out in the first place, and I truly think that this is justified, because if I see someone I know get packed up in front of me, I crash out too.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Now that highlight 1's out the way, let's move on to highlight 2. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present to you Highlight 2, Jen's Revenge. Now we get to see Jen put in that early morning grind. You know, it's a little something tame, despite the fact she's low-key seeing red at the moment, but we're not here to focus on that right now. Anywho, the squad pulls up on Fat Cat and has the balls to bring up Alex, since bro was basically chilling with Tupac. Just to put this lightly, Jen wasn't gonna let that disrespect slide, so she started crashing out. Charged at home in full force, hit him with a clean slice with another for good measure, and stabbed him like a kebab. She pulls out the V5 and she was lucky that her team was there to stop her, because if they weren't, Fat Cat would have been freestyling with Biggie. If you guys thought she was done crashing out, you'd be horribly mistaken, because after she was given info about a warehouse meetup, and then of course she pulled straight up like any other crash out would do, and did some damage. After that, she was getting cooked by Rancic. It was bad to the point where her team had to bail her out. And the craziest thing about this is that after she got hurt, she came to spin back the very next day. And I want y'all to look at this very frame and tell me what you guys see. Anything ringing a bell? You cannot tell me that this isn't police brutality. Perfect example of 12 crashing out and abusing their power, because I know I'm not tripping. Now, I understand that this was personal beef, but don't you think that's a little OD? If I'm being honest, Jen's better than me, because if I was in her shoes, I'd pack Buddy up. And if Wes didn't talk her out of it, bro would have been hitting the jerk at the nearest graveyard. Highlight 2 is done, because she had every right to crash out, because they shouldn't have been testing a gangster, and they had to learn about it the hard way. And now it's time to travel to our final highlight, Highlight 3. Ladies and gentlemen, I would love to present the final highlight, Highlight 3, Evil Jen. After Jen comes back from the store with some eggs, and she gets the feeling that she's being followed, and she was confirmed to be right. Women's intuition becoming the clutch, I tell you what. Turns out it was her old partner, Steelix. Long story short, bro decided to go rogue and start making deals with the mutants, and that's what got him packed up. By the way, he boot ganked her more for after pulling up on her, so later on, Jen pulls up to the warehouse and Steelix happens to be there, and they get to boxing. And Steelix was doing some damage, and the tables were about to turn. Jen gets her morpher back and she started to get active. I'm talking shots going back and forth, but things took a turn for the worse, because she gets sprayed with some gas that made her genuinely tweak out. I'm talking point straight paws on Wes like he owed her money. Hit him with the bicycle kick. She wanted to do King so bad. Now I know this is probably gonna sound bad, but it's like telling the girl in the period to relax and they start crashing out. It's like those kids who lose their vape for 0.5 seconds and they start bugging out. She starts throwing him out some boxes, hit a spinning hook kick, a roundhouse with a 2-piece no drink, trip my guy, and I thought she was gonna trip him again, but hits a... What the f do I call this? F it, I'm gonna call it a cyclone or something, I don't know. Hits the Black Widow pose from Iron Man 2. Am I seeing things? Cause ain't no way she has hops like this. Damn, who knew Jen was one Spider-Man? And then of course she beats him at some more boxes. Eating has to be a favorite movie in this fight. Holy. At this point, Jen is literally tweaked out of her mind, like she took every drug known to man and the effects are starting to kick her ass. Cause why she sound like this? After a good hugging speech from Wes, the effects of the gas are gone as Jen is back to normal. Seeing this in real time made me think one thing. Never f with a woman's anger, because if you do, you'll end up like Wes, beaten and probably embarrassed depending on how you take it. Well, this has been episode 5 of MBF, our first Power Rangers character. And this sure as hell will not be the last, because Itoku Wall has some certified geekers that need to be addressed. Now that about wraps up the vid. Leave suggestions for the next character from the MBF for me to talk about, either in the comments or on my community page, and I'll start working on it. But until we meet again, I'm out of here. Now when it comes to menaces of Power Rangers, a few names come to mind. For example, Evil Tommy. Bro really had the audacity to hit a 55-inch vertical, but he really wasting his talent. And landed on top of said Megazord. My guy thinks he pays a mortgage for the damn thing. Matter of fact, here's what happened.
I smell a fresh fade. Yeah. Where the f is the door? Never mind, I found it. Yeah. Taste my dragon nuts. Yeah.
And then proceeds to toss her a salad.
Pause.
And then he whooped everybody's ass out the Megazord. I just thought about it. How the hell do you backdoor a Megazord? But a mech in general. Only in Power Rangers and or Super Sentai where that's even possible. And if you thought it would end after that, oh nah. It didn't, because he proceeds to enact a reverse jumping. I'm talking 1v5. Bro gained a flawless victory, and he has the nerve to make the main characters look like complete cannon fodder. Let me ask y'all a question. Did he just shoot a Kamehameha? Nah, better yet, he shot a Hadouken! Nah, Ryu probably somewhere tight as hell right now. Ain't no way.
He copied my whole fucking flow! Word for word, bar for bar!
As much as I mess with Tommy, God bless JDF's soul, this video ain't about him though.
Move this man!
And it's most definitely not about Trent, Eric, and absolutely not Decker. At least not yet, because I have other characters in the mansion to talk about at the moment, so I'm gonna make up for that by talking about another menace from Power Rangers, Dai Shi. Now this one's gonna be special because I haven't seen anyone talk about bro, because he was one of the most menacing characters in the Disney era. And let's not forget, he had that shit on though, especially when he became a fan of Beast King. Absolute cinema.
Get off that nigga dick, bro. What is you doing?
Now I know I'm gonna do Dai Shi justice in this video, cause come on y'all. I mean, what other villain do y'all know who's willing to make someone a vessel within the first episode? The show barely had a chance to get anything started, and off rip, a spirit took some human cheeks.
Wouldn't let that shit happen to me, though.
I'm gonna need for y'all to do me a favor. Sit down, relax, and grab some food. Cause today we're gonna yap about Dai Shi, Spirit of the Mighty Menace. Y'all should subscribe for some more banger commentaries. Now let's get to yapping. So after gathering up some evidence for the Dai Shi case file, allow me to start yapping to you beautiful bastards on why this ripped out son bitch deserves a spot in the Toku Hall in the Mansion of Black Forces. So without further ado, Exhibit A. Read! Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present to you Exhibit A, Dai Shi's resurrection. Now we have to gain an understanding on why Dai Shi is a true menace. We have to go all the way back to where it all began, the Pai Shui Academy. After 6 students were meditating since last night, I don't know how the hell that's possible, but go off. The master needs 3 students to become guardians to keep Dai Shi from breaking out again. After winning against the other 3 NPC students, Theo, Lily, and Jared, keep him in mind he is very important to this exhibit, were chosen to meet with the master. And immediately after that, Jerry ends up acting like a complete to the Tower Boy. I'm a sidetrack for a second. Now, just because you're a senior student doesn't give you the right to treat the lower students like trash. I should smack the goofy out. Maybe bro's trying to compensate for something.
If you catch it when I'm throwing you, feel me?
Man, you corny!
Then Casey ends up giving bro his towel, and Jared's in his head like,
now I know there's no badges, no dog, no bitches, NPC, and just hand me a towel. After I told Ellen DeGeneres' son to grab it for me. I'm gonna crush you!
Casey is trying to keep the peace. He's basically saying, look, I don't want no smoke. And Jared wasn't going for that, so he shoves bro into a bench. But little did Jared know, Casey has that dog in him. He may not look like he does, but he has that dog in him. So y'all wanna know what he did? Casey pushed Jared back with one singular roar, and it was all over. Jared was ready to pack up Casey if it wasn't for the master. So long story short, Jared got expelled and Casey took his place. Since he wasn't too happy with the decision, Jared decides to get his get back on the master. If only he knew what was about to happen to him. After getting humbled by the master, as expected, Jared had the unadulterated gall to use his lion spirit to try, keyword, try to pack the master up because bro failed his get back. In the process, Dai Shi got released. Man, oh man, this is where things started to get wicked. Dai Shi actually packed up the master off rip. After that, Buddy was on the prowl. After Jared was trying to make his escape from the academy, here's what Dai Shi had to say about that.
Jared, come out and play, Jared.
Who's there?
Don't watch that, Jared.
What do you want?
Listen, we'll get straight to the point. I like you, and I want you. Now we can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way. The choice is yours.
Never!
Okay, I see you choosing the hard way. Now where's my baby oil? I'm gonna need about 1,000 of those things so you can't escape from me. No diddy those. Come here!
Diddy, no diddling. Diddy, no diddling. Diddy, no diddling!
And just like that, the rest was history. Dai Shi took over Jared, and Dai Shi finally makes his comeback. And listen to me when I say this. Bro really has that shit on though. I mean, from the fit into the fur coat. Top 5 drippiest Power Ranger villains of all time. Don't argue with me.
Oh my god, bro. Is dick riding all you do?
No, I'm
Like,
saying,
you literally got that nigga dick in your mouth right now. I see it.
If I'm being serious for a second, Dai Shi is really that guy. Bro went from being a spirit to using a human as a vessel to get his get back on the world. Now that's some grade A hating at its finest, and I respect it. Now that about wraps up Exhibit A. Now it's time to move on to Exhibit B. Ladies and gentlemen, it is about that time to yap about Exhibit B, Dai Shi versus Casey. This will not be the first time they scrap, just so you know. So after the squad gets pieced up out of 5 fingers of poison, right, they end up running. And I wouldn't blame them. If I was in a 3v5 and I lost, I'd run too. So the 5 spun the block on them again. And guess who decided to pull up? the man, the myth, the dog, Dai Shi. Besides the fact that bro thinks he's in Beyblade, the lightning strikes are pretty tough, not gonna lie. I just have one question though. Why did Dai Shi jump like that? If you don't go sign an NBA contract and go get rich, don't waste your talents, bud. But that's besides the point. Once he removes that clean ass fur cape, he transforms like the drip couldn't be more tough. And the drip became more saucy from head to toe. He stayed fitted no matter the occasion.
Shaboing boing, get the dick out your mouth.
Enough of me glazing his drip. Dai Shi challenges Casey to a 1v1, and Casey being a fellow dog accepts the challenge. Lily's like, stop before you smoke your pack. Casey already took up the challenge, so have fun with that. Casey transforms and they get to boxing. It was a little bit even at first. I'm talking trading blows or whatnot. Dai Shi hits Casey with the, get your ass off! How dare you attempt to lay your dirty paws on my drip? And then proceeds to yeet Casey to a wall. Then Casey comes back with a clean recovery. And then Dai Shi basically clotheslines Casey. Blood really thinks he's a WWE superstar. After Dai Shi hits Casey with a dark Hadouken, the fight was already over. Casey got folded, but he'll spin back though, don't worry, he will definitely get his get back. After he lost, bro got poisoned. My man's already lost the fight, but poisoning him after he lost is absolutely crazy. Even though he was possessed, Jerry just has to get the last laugh somehow. Deep down, he's still embarrassed that a rookie still cooked him, so he had to spin back. So flash forward a couple episodes later, the squad gains some new weapons after training with some other Pie Swap masters, and they pretty much think that they're on top of the food chain.
Damn. He don't got a clue in the fucking world.
If only they knew what was about to happen to them that day. Dai Shi calls them out for smoke and they accept it. And they pulled straight up. And Dai Shi flipped into the scene looking cold as hell. Transformed, he took no time to waste to shoot a dark Hadouken on frame 1. They wasn't even ready. Now they start to transform and now it's looking like a fair fight. 3v3 and all. Casey and Theo start boxing with the other generals. That leaves Lily to fight Dai Shi. This is where Dai Shi said these hands are ready to eat for everyone. Equal rights, equal fights. She pulls out the jungle mace and it didn't work because bro grabbed the mace and I was like, no! Why you do that? That's my guy! And then he parried every single jab she threw. At this point, just pack your stuff up and leave. And bro had the audacity to cook her cheetah spear and clip her at the same time. And then Theo went in a piece. So I'm guessing that Lily getting could gave Theo a boost because bro turned to Cap and save a hole real quick. But in this situation, it wasn't worth it because Buddy got packed up too. Then Casey had his shonen moment. He tries talk no jutsu on Dai Shi, but apparently he's immune to talk no jutsu, so that failed instantly. And they get to boxing because remember this, a fade a day keeps your doctor paid. Brought to you by yours truly. Back to the boxing. Dai Shi has officially earned his Weave Nation card because he's dodging every saber strike like Prime Floyd. Then hit 2 powerful jabs. Casey combined his sabers just for Dai Shi to block it like a crazy X. He kicked him upwards, and while he was upwards, he kicked him sideways. With no other choice, Casey pulls out the Strike Rider just for Buddy to shoot Hadouken just to mess up the whip. The whole squad gets back up, preps the claw cannon, and shoots said claw cannon just for Buddy to block it. Just to end the fight quickly, bro shot his Lion Spirit and the team gets absolutely washed. And then my goat just hit this hard ass pose. Bro thinks he's in the edit. Yo, this has to be my longest exhibit, highlight, whatever the fuck you want to call it. The point is, this has to be my longest one yet, because bro had some crazy feats here, and I couldn't pass up talking about them. Even though when the squad learns Jungle Master Mode, especially Casey, all I'm gonna say is that my guy got his get back on Dai Shi. My son Casey hit the same pose that Dai Shi folded him with. See, I told y'all he was gonna get his get back. Exhibit B is finally over, and my god, I spent way too long on this. Let's move on to our final exhibit, Exhibit C. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present to y'all the last exhibit of the video, Exhibit C, Rise of the Phantoms. Hey, that title sounds kind of fire, hold on! So the Phantom Beasts were brought back to life thanks to Jellica. Therefore, these 3 dastardly bastards, bars, came back from the grave. Phantom Beast Generals Snapper, Weiger, and Scorch. And their drip is absolutely too clean for me not to mention. And they were given the task to put Dai Shi in a pack. After a few minutes, the Generals pulled up with one of the most hardest entrances I've ever seen in my life. Someone give these a trophy. Never mind, they betrayed Jellica and they wanted Dai Shi to be their new leader. On top of that, they summoned more Phantom Beasts. So to earn Dai Shi's trust, they've had to commit acts of kidnapping and reverse jumping. You know, typical menace activities, nothing too crazy. After one of the generals got jumped for a little bit, bro was like, alright, let me lock in before I tweak out. The squad calls the Megazords because it was time to get active. They had to pull out the theatrics just to lose a 2v3 because another general pulled up. A few episodes later, Weiger snatched Casey's Tiger Spirit. To put bro to the test, Dai Shi won the box with Weiger. And of course, being the menace that he was, he took the challenge. And they started scrapping. Now this is one of the best Power Ranger seasons when it comes to boxing. I don't care what nobody gotta say. Argue with your mama, your father, your auntie, your uncle, your grandma, your grandpa. Argue with your entire family tree. I don't care.
God damn, get off that nigga dick, bruh.
So after the fight, the three main generals had their spirits bond with Dai Shi so he can become the Phantom Beast King. While the ritual was taking place, the drip gets a fire-ass upgrade! I said he stayed fitted and I meant it! He really looks like he's about to cook. And he indeed started the cooking process, cause when him and the generals pulled up for smoke, he had to flex a new drip on him. Literally, Dai Shi, Camille, and the whole squad was too lost on the stars. Now everyone started to get active on the battlefield. I mean, it was insane. Weiger smoked RJ's pack, Snapper clipped both Theo and Dom, and Camille casually put Lily on a t-shirt. And then this has the unadulterated audacity to shoot a blast for the finishing blow. Nah, this is premium disrespect. Alright, I'm sorry I got too hyped. Let me calm down for a second. Let's fast track real quick. Weiger was defeated by the Rangers and King Dai Shi wasn't gonna let that slide, so he took his powers and banished Buddy from the Phantom Beast. And this is where Dai Shi started to overtake Jared, cause Buddy started tweaking. Cause he started having flashbacks when he was Jared, from getting bullied to him bullying Ella DeGeneres' son. Now this is low-key a message, cause like, he got bullied and then he became a bully. He became the thing he hated. Slowly but surely, Jared was coming back. Dai Shi started bitching at Jared through the mirror. Bro started saying,
Listen up, bitch. Your only purpose is to be my vessel, nothing more. You have no rights. You understand?
Nah. I'm done listening to you. Give me back my body!
I don't think you understand. I run this shit. I own you.
I never wanted to hurt anybody. And I'll make sure not to hurt anyone else again.
I'll carry out my plans through you whether you like it or not. Since I have knowledge of the humans, I know how to beat them. After this beast war is over, every human, you included, will be put in the pack.
Yeah, with the spirit of the mighty lion, I'll never fold.
Yeah, you got the spirit, but you lack the heart. There's literally not an atom of good in you. Why do you think I chased you in the force in the first place? Cause I need some of that black Air Force activity, and you have to match my timing. I'm the Slim Shady to your Martian Mavericks, bitch!
A while after, the generals cooked up a plan to send Camille back to the lobby. Peep game. The generals lied to both Dai Shi and Camille, saying they wanted to meet in a different location. Camille was looking for bro, and next thing you know, the remaining generals pulled up on her and they activated ninja art jump no jutsu. They was doing her bad. In my opinion, this has to be up there with Jiraiya getting jumped by the 6 paths of pain. They still didn't have to do him like that, but it is what it is. As soon as Camille was about to be put in the forever box, Dai Shi came in clutch and backed them up, and then proceeded to solo them. Now that's what we love to see, folks. Reverse jumping is one of the best things in fiction. Hold on. He just hit the 1-inch punch? Nah, I'd quit right there. You got it. Now I know this exhibit is dragging on, but we're almost done. I promise. This is where everything comes full circle. Casey finally pulls up for smoke with Dai Shi, and when I say this fight was absolute cinema, I mean that in the most non-glazing way possible. These boys were throwing paws for real. Blow for blow, transformation for transformation, property damage for property damage. This fight is top 5 fights in Power Rangers history. Dai Shi has accepted defeat. Casey ain't finished the job because he believes that Jared still exists within bro. I'm not even gonna try to be funny. I'm gonna let the clip play.
If you are Dai Shi, then destroy me.
The fact that this man was about to accept death says a lot. Top 10 realest Red Rangers of all time, and he ain't even 10, I'll tell you that. When Dai Shi went to kill Casey, Dai Shi finally left his body and took away his Phantom Beast powers. And he took away his drip too! Oh, not entirely, but the point is he took the Phantom drip, and Camille got her drip taken too! The temple was destroyed and everyone made it out unscathed, just for that to be interrupted by the last 2 generals. But it's all good though, since the entire squad was ready to throw down. This fight was too tough. Like, Casey and Jared are jumping Scorch, and on top of that, the rest are jumping Snapper. Long story short, Snapper got clipped and Scorch got cooked with these 2 hitting the hardest pose to ever touch a screen. After one of the best Megazord fights take place, the last 2 generals are finally in a pack. Just because they're gone doesn't mean that Dai Shi is finished. Remember when I said that 2 of of the generals died? Well, I might have, sort of, maybe lied about it. Cause Scorch is still alive. At first, he was reverse jumping RJ and Dom, and then the Masters as well, until the main trio pulled up and really cooked them. Then Dai Shi reanimated all the monsters that got packed up a long time ago. Everyone in this fight stood on business. I mean, everyone was cooking. I said this once and I'ma say it again. One of the best seasons when it comes to fighting and storyline.
Oh God, no cap.
Later on, Dai Shi takes his final form. Bro looks like an 8-headed kaiju. His first op was Casey, for obvious reasons, and he tried taking its head off, for obvious reasons. And the others jumped in and they got cooked. Then Camille pulls up after having her character redemption arc, since Jared was contemplating his life at the moment. When everything started to look all hopeless, Jared pulls up for the ones, cause that's what redeemed characters do. And he hits his hard speech.
Yes, you told me I had the strength of the lion, but not the heart. But I'm here to show you you're wrong. The heart of a lion is noble and good. I can be too.
Jared went inside Dai Shi and started rearranging his guts. And then the main trio finally packed up Dai Shi, ending his reign for good. Damn. And I thought Exhibit B was my longest exhibit, but Exhibit C was literally my longest one yet. It's like, for real, I spent way too long on this damn thing. It's not even funny. Oh yeah, that wraps up the Dai Shi case file. And if y'all have suggestions on who I should yap about next, cause I can see this series going for a long time. Cause I mentioned this before, I spent too damn long on this script. So more videos should be coming out more consistently. No promises, but I'll see what I can do. But until we meet again, I'm out of here. After I let the Dai Shi video do its thing, I've seen a good amount of requests for me to talk about this dude. And I'm like, you know what? This character was about that action. So I have to give the people what they want. Today's Mansion of Black Forces candidate is none other than Trent Mercer, or Fernandez, depending on which you want to call this man. Now, he was pretty much a Tommy Oliver of the 2000s, because when you think about it, he pretty much did what Tommy did when he was evil, but arguably worse. I mean, from bodying the main trio and almost killing Tommy by freezing him for like 2 episodes after they boxed. Not only that, on top of soloing every Ranger, including Tommy himself, you know, the same dude who soloed the Rangers in the past, his suit was easily the best one out of everybody. Tommy's suit was still tough, not better than Trent's though. Even this Super Dino mode looked better than everyone else's. That's not subjective, that's just a fact. No count. And don't even get me started on his moveset, but I'm gonna get to that a little later. Now, with all of this in mind, let's see if Trent has what it takes to be ordained into the Mansion of Black Forces. Editor, you know the deal. You guys should know the deal by now. I gather up the case file and I start yapping for however long, and I'll make my final verdict if they gain entry into the mansion or they will be denied entry. So without further ado, Exhibit A. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present to you Exhibit A, the White Dino Gem. Now, I want to point out that Trent was in this series earlier on, but he didn't do anything relevant until episode 8 and onward. So anyway, Trent ends up finding a portal that goes to Mesogog's lair, but he doesn't know that. Of course, being confuzzled, bro goes right back to the same location, cause the portal spawns when Mesogog, or Anton in this case, has to go back to the lair. And Trent took the perfect opportunity to wait for the portal to spawn. And there he goes. He immediately spawned into the lair, he started to scope the area out, then he notices something glowing in white, the White Dino Gem. And he approaches it like it was calling to him, and it attaches to his wrist. Bro thinks he's Ben Tennyson. Then the best morpher in terms of design and aura spawns on his wrist. Next thing you know, he starts tripping like he's getting the best head of his entire life. But for real, the gem started foreshadowing his fights with his newfound drip. After the casual psychedelic trip, he left the lair and the gem started to take its course and turned Trent from a basic NPC to a damn dog. When the monster of the week pulled up, the trio went to go handle business like the usual. Then out of the damn blue, Trent just speed blitzed the random monster of the week. I'm talking straight slashes, 12 of them to be exact, and he just dips. The Rangers just straight up follow him. They couldn't find him at first, and then he spawns out of the corner looking all saucy. And if you think I'm glazing a fit, the scene is doing it for me. The camera is panning to the boots, the gloves, the sword down to the morpher, the shoulder pads, the top of his head, the 90-degree view of the whole fit, and the close-up to the visor, the absolute definition of aura. The others are confused on who bro was. Connor was like, yo, Dr. O, you know this dude? And Tom was like, haven't seen him before. But I do know one thing. He got that shit on. Who got that shit on, though? Now, I'ma say this with every ounce of my damn spirit. For his first introduction, that was pretty tough, if I'm being honest. And here's what happened. No, Rev, can we get an instant replay? Cause what the hell was that?
The Rangers tried jumping Trent, and Trent wasn't gonna let that slide. So he proceeds to sidestep to slice both Ethan and Kira, and tries to African backhand Connor. But he weaves, which turned out to be karma, cause Trent just eated him like a piece of trash. Akira tried to go for the lob, then Ethan goes for the lob, just for bro to do a sidestep into his super attack. Then after that, he...
But both Ethan and Kira are just as stubborn than a female without fatherly guidance. They tried jumping him again. Apparently the CTE is kicking in, cause y'all tried this and it didn't work. Either way, Trent just casually reverse jumped them and they started falling. Dreaming. And Trent did the leap of faith. Bro wanted to be an assassin so bad. All he needs is the ego sound effect. After landing 0 blows on homeboy, Ethan and Kira pulled out their signature weapon. And y'all wanna know what he did? He just snatched their energy! Since when was he able to do that? Bro wanna be so damn bad. Crazy because after this episode, he never does this shit again. Now they get sliced up. Tommy wanted to spin back for them both, but unfortunately, he also fell victim to the "Give me your energy!" And then he gets laid out like it was past his bedtime. Then Connor tackles Trent. Nah, peep that tackle form. I'm saying this now. If Connor didn't play soccer, that white boy is definitely going to be a quarterback. Let him cook. Pretty much this whole exhibit just showcases Trent standing on business. And on top of literally folding everybody, he hatched the Dragozord. The whole logic here is since you have the drip, you gotta have the whip to match. If that ain't dedication, I don't know what is at this point. That about wraps up Exhibit A. Now let's move on to Exhibit B. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present to you Exhibit B, stealing whips and catching bodies. So after hatching the Dragozord, bro posted up on the Zord looking clean as hell. I gotta give buddy his prop. Bro made the Dragozord clap the Megazord's cheeks.
Pause.
And flips onto a building to enjoy the ass whooping. Do you know how evil you have to be to make your Zord fight for you and you're just standing there enjoying the decimation? Now that's just straight up demented. The Dragozord just started flapping its wings and the Dragozord has the Speedy Gonzalez move because it's cutting the Megazord at light speed. Tommy summoned the Stegazord to help them out, which turned out to be a mistake because Trent stole it. For real, man's just using orchestrals for mind control. Then Trent hops in the Drago and then the Dino Stegazord was born. Stealing Zords to make your own Megazord is absolutely crazy if you ask me, but anyway, the battle of the Megazords are underway. The Dino Stegazord lands the first hit and blocks the second hit. Finally, the Megazord lands a solid hit. As soon as they wanted to finish the fight with the Tyranno drill, Trent had other plans. So we used the Stinger to cook the Megazord, and they were down for the count. Literally set them flying on some Team Rocket shit.
It's like Team Rocket's
So later on, Connor went to go find Trent since bro wasn't feeling good. Next thing you know, he caught Connor lacking and they both fell into a ditch. Again, Trent flips into the scene. Bro enters game as too elite. Nah, the Scrabble was something insane because Trent was just dog walking Connor. He had to remind him who's the son and who's the father. Pretty much little boyed him. After some good old plot armor, Connor won the fight. Or so he thought. Cause Trent folded bro when he had his guard down. Now let this be a lesson. When you're scrapping with someone, never let your guard down no matter what. I don't care if you're faking it or not. Now I don't care if they have to take a phone call. The general rule of thumb is to never let your guard down. Connor gets shot again and again. That's exactly what he gets for being naive. As soon as Trent was about to end the fight, Mezagog and Zeltrax pulled up and wanted Trent to join them. And bro was all like, nah, I'm good, and dipped with the Dragozord. Mezagog sent Angor to fold Trent, just for him to get folded with the Dino Stegazord. I mean, bro hit the Godzilla pose, hit Buddy with the spin dash, and hit him with the atomic breath. And homeboy has been packed up and officially smoked.
Like I told you, I run my own shit.
Absolute goat. Now this was one of my favorite parts of this damn trilogy. Tommy went to the warehouse to go get the fossil finder. He found it and then Trent crashed in like someone punked him for his lunch money. Tommy went to get him out of the warehouse, but the Dino Gem had other plans. And y'all wanna know what happened after this? Tommy just got yeeted at some barrel. He was lucky this is TV, because if it was real life, his back would have been cooked. Just saying. That would have retired his Ranger career.
I broke my back.
What do you mean by that?
My back is broken.
What, a vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal.
Trent transformed to the dog Drago Ranger. Tommy was shook. He didn't expect this at all. At this point, he didn't have a choice, so he had to run the fade. And they get to boxing! An OG versus the next gen. We about to find out who's more of a black Air Force. We got some sword work. Bro had the nerve to fossilize him. No! Why you do that? That's my guy! If this shit doesn't count as attempted murder, then I don't know what does. The squad was just lucky that he's even alive, because if he wasn't, I would have counted this as a murder charge. So later on, Elsa and no, not Elsa from Frozen and Zeltrax pulled up on Trent and they tried to jump him. But they forgot that he is him and stood on business and handled them both. And then the Rangers pulled up, giving Zeltrax and Elsa the chance to leave. And then they try, keyword, try to jump Trent. But just like in Exhibit A, he completely moonwalks all three of them. And everybody was getting slashed up like crazy. 3 slashes for Connor, 1 slash for Ethan, and 4 slashes for Kira. Now that's just crazy. He did her the worst and pinned her to the wall. Bro was trying to raise her up and she wasn't going for it. So she used Super Dino mode and slashed his homeboy and took him for a little ride. He didn't appreciate it, so he shot his aimbot arrows at her and took her down. Ethan and Connor tried upping a pole on Bro, and he deflected them both. Bro unlocked super perception, and Kira wanted smoke, but it didn't work in her favor because Bro was dominating her.
What do you mean by that?
And then he upped the aimbot arrows towards her, and she got pieced up. Before he went to finish the job, he pulled the other two. As soon as he wanted to send her to the lobby, he started to come to his senses a little bit. And by that, I meant he started tweaking. With that opportunity, Connor and Ethan jumped Trent. They started hitting WWE moves on Bro. They were just doing anything at this point. And they both hit a clean pose to end it all. To wrap up this exhibit, Bro committed Grand Theft Auto, attempted murder, and multiple acts of reverse jumping. If this doesn't solidify his position in the mansion, I don't know what does. Oh, I forgot to mention, Trent and Zeltrax made a little negotiation to help each other out. Trent will help Zeltrax pack up Tommy, and Zeltrax will help Trent pack up Mezagon, even though Zeltrax snitched on Bro. And then the beef started. Trent challenged Zeltrax to a fight, and Zeltrax, also being a fellow menace, he accepted the squabble. They meet for the standoff and they exchange words.
So, you ready for the smoke?
Not yet. White Ranger, Dino. Now I'm ready. No holds barred.
The winner will be second in command to Mezagon.
Brilliant. And they get to the fisticuffs. They were both snapping. I said this in my last episode. Disney really had hands. Peep the sword work. Peep the footwork. This fight was too tough for me not to yap about.
Trent hit the Speedy Gonzalez on Bro, and they were both trading blows with each other. Now that's what we love to see here at the Mansion of Black Forces. Now Zeltrax hit a low combo, causing Bro to hit a 60-inch backflip, and to shoot his aimbot arrows at him, and Zeltrax shot lightning at him. If you don't give Palpatine his move back, you're gonna get a cease and desist from the mouse himself. Trent hit a clean front flip. Bro said,
I thought I was fighting Zeltrax, not a damn stormtrooper. And then the morpher started tweaking, causing him to do more. And they were still fighting. This man Trent is a damn dog. I don't know what else to say. And then at the last second, Trent got his powers back and absolutely pieced up Zeltrax. Man's just casually smoked his pack. That wraps up Exhibit B, and now let's move on to our final exhibit, Exhibit C. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present the final exhibit, Exhibit C, the clone. After Trent finally came to his senses, embarrassed the hell out of Copywriter, even though the trio packed him up, and he helped Tommy jump Zeltrax. He finally joined the team, even though they have severe trust issues, but then again, I don't blame them for real. I mean, after all the shit he put y'all through, I completely understand. Zeltrax and Elsa weren't having it, so he decided to make a clone of this nigga. I'm talking no trace of Trent, just straight dog. Let me break it down. So the trio are heading to the library to gain some knowledge. Ain't nothing wrong with that. The next thing you know, Zeltrax pulled up, snapped his finger, then the clone and the Pterosaurus completely backdoored him.
Damn!
They started fighting, and as soon as they were about to get clapped, Trent came in clutch and saved them. Nothing of interest really happened, so I'll do you guys a favor and skip to the more interesting parts. Then Zeltrax pretty much gone rogue, so long story short, Tommy little boyed Zeltrax, and then he wasn't going for it, so he had to plot his revenge to restore his honor. On some Zuko shit. All he has to do now is find a bald 12-year-old. So Trent's clone was sent to put Homeboy in his place, and by that I mean pack him up. Zeltrax and the clone start fighting it out, and off rip, Trent's clone was doing him bad. But Zeltrax isn't soft either, so he offered his own lightning to the fight. Then they do a little Dragon Ball Z beam struggle to end it off. This is where shit really started to hit the fan. The clone was starting to lose power, and so was Trent, since the white Dino Gem couldn't handle being cloned, so only one White Ranger has to go. When Trent finished talking to Haley, the clone pulled up to his crib. You have to hate someone this much just to pull up at their crib just for free smoke. At this point, I can't tell if this is either hating or meat munching. I don't know. Anyways, they exchange words before they duke it out.
Where you think you going? I'm done living in your shadow. After this, there will only be a singular White Ranger.
I don't see a problem with that. White Ranger, Dino Power! Dragon Power! Yeah!
Super Dino Mode! Come on!
And they get to scrapping! No holds barred, they were trying to put each other in packs. Time for a play-by-play.
Peep the hook from the clone. Trent rebuttals with a weave and counters with a roundhouse kick.
Counter!
And then the clone hits another hook, only for Trent to hit a shoulder roll for the evasive maneuver. The clone hits a front kick with a hook on the side. Trent hits a kick of his own. With that in mind, the clone slashed him.
From Elsa's point of view, they're still going at it, this time trading blows. After a quick commercial break, these boys are still going at it. Trent with the sweep to a spinning hook,
With some sword work thrown in there, Bro weaves the first strike, block the other one, just to get slashed again. Sat him on his ass.
I'm not the only one who feels it. There could be only one.
I guess it's gonna come down to who's really about it. Now who's feeling it?
Your mother!
Come here!
And they continue to squabble. To be honest, he should have talked about his mom. It's bad enough he doesn't have one anyway, but to bring up a non-existent parent is crazy.
Wouldn't let that shit happen to me, though.
My fault, that sounded pretty bad. I would like to apologize. But anyway, they were both weaving each other's attacks. Both are Weave Nation certified and blocking each other's hits. Call it terrible Riz. Spun each other around, dancing in the ballroom looking ass. They get back to fighting. Trent ducks a hook, blocked a hit, hit a backflip, bars, blocked the clone's kick, and hit his own kick. These boys were going strike for strike.
Your power is fading. Soon you will perish.
1 hour later.
They're still fighting. Their endurance is crazy. I'm gonna have to take notes on that. After some dancing, Trent kicks the clone and finally put him on his ass after all this time. Get up.
You fight honorably, Trent Mercer.
Why are you talking about honor? You don't even have a soul.
Souls are for the weak and cowardice. Now quit your yapping. This is where you die!
Had enough yet? If I'm being honest, this entire fight was absolutely tough, and nothing can convince me otherwise. Now these boys finally come to a standoff. Who will land the final strike?
Does it really have to end this way?
I made the rules!
That's all you had to say.
I guess you weren't really about it. Goodbye, White Ranger.
After the fight, the clone has finally been defeated, ending his beef with Trent. And this exhibit finally comes to a close. With Exhibit C being the final exhibit, I will now give my final verdict. Trent has been accepted into the Mansion of Black Forces. I have to give this boy his flowers. Man's really soloed the trio, almost killed Tommy, bodied Zeltrax, and just being an overall savage. So Trent, get real comfy because you earned your spot. So that wraps up Mansion of Black Forces episode 7. Hope y'all boys and girls enjoyed this. And for the next episode...
A new planet Vegeta, how magnificent. Let it be known as the Toffle Planet.
Y'all ain't ready for this. Until we meet again, I'm out.
Take the grand tour, GT! Step into the grand tour, Step into the grand tour, Dragon Ball GT!
Damn, that intro's a banger. But in all seriousness, we back at the Mansion of Black Forces. So after talking about the most dripped out Ranger in Power Rangers Dino Thunder, Trent aka Tommy 2.0, I said in that video that Baby will get his own vid, and I'm here to deliver on that promise. To talk about the most underrated villain in Dragon Ball history. And to give a quick thanks for 5.6K, we built the community real fast. One more thing, your boy has memberships. Since the Mansion has been doing its thing, it has 3 tiers. The Mansion of Black Forces visitors, members, and VIPs. And what they each have is early access to the videos before the public, priority replies, member shoutouts, etc. If y'all join either the 2nd or 3rd tier, I'll possibly make a Discord server for y'all to talk to me and all that good stuff. Now with enough promotion, let's get back to the topic at hand. Now when you think of villains in Dragon Ball, you got your Friezas, your Cells, your Boos, hell, even your Goku Blacks. Now those are cool villains, not gonna lie. But today we aren't gonna be talking about any of them. Maybe some other time. The hell?
Now I beg your pardon.
Would appear that Genji said he won't make any videos about us yet.
Genji make Boo mad!
Typical mortal. I told Zamasu that this would happen. Okay, first of all, how the hell did y'all find the mansion? Because this place is damn near remote. And second off, you guys aren't even on the list.
Quit asking questions before I spray the death beam, leaving your black ass like Vegeta or Namek.
Oh, damn. Now, just because I said I'm not talking about y'all, doesn't mean I'm not going to make a video for each one of you individually. It'll have to happen later. I don't know when, but it'll happen one day. All right, then. But you better keep your word before I come back here. And trust me, you don't want me coming back.
I'd listen to him if I were you, little bro.
Ooh, Boo better see that video before Boo turn you with a chocolate! Ooh, chocolate! Boo, 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 boo! Chocolate!
henceforth we shall take our leave. Oh, and one more thing.
Monkey!
What the fuck? Anyway, whatever the hell that was, today we're here to talk about Baby. Now, GT isn't everybody's favorite, but y'all have to admit one thing. Baby was really on timing. Menace is just as racist, if not more racist than Frieza. And bro is the CEO of anime racism. It was so bad that it spread to other animes.
Filthy monkey who can't even use jujutsu.
Like, what does he mean by that? But none of that matters right now. Baby is low-key slept on as a villain. GT as a series is low-key slept on as a whole. To be honest, we got Super Saiyan 4, a banger American soundtrack. Do I really need to go on? You know what? I'm about to make this video sound like a GT episode. Last time on Mansion of Black Forces, Genji has talked about one of the most dripped out and Black Air Force Power Ranger characters of all time, Trent Mercer. And this man was putting the pause on everybody, from Rangers to monsters to generals. Bro was literally a registered murderer. But fast forward to today, we're here with an underdog villain, and with the amount of damage he's caused and the amount of belts he put to many asses, it's gonna be a long one. Will this monstrosity live up to the hype? Find out now on the Mansion of Black Forces. Now that I finished yapping, you and your dog should know the drill by now. And if you somehow don't know, let me break it down. If you have Black Air Force energy, I'ma cover you and I'll determine if you have access to the mansion or not. With that out of the way, let's just get started with Exhibit A. My brothers and sisters, I would like to present to you Exhibit A, Baby's Awakening. Since everybody and their second cousin's dog remembers the ending part of the saga, let me take it back to the beginning.
Rewind time.
So after some grade A deception from Trunks and Guru, they were able to figure out Dr. Mew's true intentions. And while we're on the topic of Mew, tell me why bro is built like a great value Dr. Gero on some, Mom, can we have Dr. Gero? Oh, honey, we have Dr. Gero at home. And this is the end result. Bro really looks like a Power Rangers villain off Wish or even Temu. But anyway, Trunks opens the door and Dr. Mew is shook because bro had some dark secrets in there. And it was all too late because what was in that room was a literal menace machine, Baby. My dog is engulfed in slurp juice looking like he's about to go for the victory royale. Aside from that, Mew is looking all distraught because he didn't want Baby to witness those weaklings. To compensate for this, Trunks found a computer to deactivate Baby, and Trunks is all like,
There's no way out of this one. You're done.
Baby! Don't let this monkey do you like that! Don't you dare die on me!
Mans is trying his hardest to bring Baby back from the gulag. As of right now, it ain't looking too good for him. So after Mew yelling and Trunks yapping with some lightning in the background, Mew is still trying to save his precious Baby. And to nobody's surprise, it didn't work. Bro is giving Baby a motivational speech to wake Buddy up. Don't know where he's going with this, but I'll let him cook. After that heartfelt speech, we have Goku being Goku and crawling all over Baby's capsule. Are we surprised? I think not. Goku's talking about some, oh, come on. Can't you just activate him for a little bit so I can fight his ugly?
Do me a favor and get your dirty ass hands off his capsule, you disgusting little Saiyan monkey!
Well, it finally happened. Baby had woken up and Mew was jumping for joy. And Goku and the others are absolutely shook. Now that I'm looking back on this, Baby low-key looks like a Majin fetus. Apparently, he took what I said personally, so we start to transform in the capsule. He starts laughing and the capsule explodes, damn near killing Mew. Once Baby started crawling, his first order of business was to start yelling.
What's that on that beat?
Baby stares at Goku, deadpan, and even Trunks.
Saiyans. These Saiyans.
And Baby immediately targets Goku. Bro is like,
Tell me to quiet.
And he started to rise up, looking like he was ready for the smoke off rip. Now, Goku and Baby have an intense stare-off. Before the trio started shooting ki blasts, Baby makes a barrier while screaming. But he still got shot up, ending its short-lived life, or so we thought. While Mew dipped with his ship, Bars, Baby possessed him and killed him. Bro really just killed his own creator. Where have we seen that before? Baby left his body talking reckless, talking about some.
You dumb bitch. Clearly you don't know who the boss is. You're nothing but a useless machine that I created to gather enough energy for my resurrection. And I gave you the plans to create that waste of space blood and the rest of them. Now your time is up, old man. Now two. 3 new disgusting targets that have to be eliminated. And I'll be the very last thing they'll ever see.
And he set out to find them. So an episode later, the gang end up finding him and they get to the squabble. At first, Baby was getting jumped.
Fight back, nigga! Fight back, nigga! Fight back! Fight back!
I mean, he was a pinball for a split second. As soon as he was about to meet the man upstairs, he made an explosion wave pushing everybody away. Baby noticed the cut on Trunks and took the opportunity to take over his body. Nah, this is exactly how Stinkmeaner took over Tom. I'm surprised he didn't say this.
What did you say?
Then Baby started putting belt to ass using Trunks' body. To be honest, for his first exhibit, he ain't doing too bad. As soon as he was about to make Goku die a 3rd time, Trunks started to fight back against Baby.
What? What the fuck is happening? I should be able to control this trash-ass body. Ain't no way you're about to fight back on me, little nigga!
Now it got so bad that Trunks had to go Super Saiyan to get him out. Bro took the L so hard that he had to use Solar Flare to make his escape to come up with a new plan. Anyway, the trio leaves thinking they packed up Baby, and boy, they were so wrong. Their ship was about to take off. Baby decides to possess his My 600-pound life contestant. Oh, and it didn't stop there. He possessed everybody on the ship, and he took everyone's energy on the flight. Nah, this little Majin-shaped fetus is a problem. That about wraps up Exhibit A, and the fact that he did all of this in his first exhibit is actually insane to me, because he isn't even fully developed. And if y'all thought that was bad, trust me, the other exhibits are gonna get worse from here. Anyways, let's move on to Exhibit B. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you to Exhibit B, Baby's Crash Landing. And when I tell y'all that Baby was on a generational run, I really mean that he was on a generational run. So we move on to the city, and this guy right here is walking, minding his own business, and next thing you know, there's an explosion, everybody is screaming for their life, and then this big, brolic, roided up motherfucker walks out the explosion like nothing happened, like he caused the damn thing. Then he makes his way to a local bank that was getting robbed. Nah, something ain't right here. Where the hell are the cops at? Cause this bank is getting robbed and no one had the thought to call 12? But anyway, here's how it went down. Huh? Who's this roided out bastard?
You really cash a check or you get packed up?
None of the above. Tell me where I can find these Saiyans.
Saiyans? The fuck are Saiyans? I never heard of those a day in my life, right, Bobby?
I'm just as confused as you are, boss. Cause Saiyans low-key sound like a slur to me.
So if anything, I can help you find them.
Boss, you straight? And then those boys were never to be seen again. Why? Oh, easy, because he blew up the bank. So if anybody had to take out a loan or make a deposit, I have some bad news for you. You might want to switch banks. Anyway, while the Rizman Goten is on his date, more trouble arises with the same roided up wannabe guy from Street Fighter. And guess who pulls up? The world's greatest champion! I mean fraud, Mr. Satan! This is one of the reasons why I call Hercule a fraud. He really thought he cooked with that entrance. He should be... he should be ashamed of himself. And then he starts talking trash, talking about some... Now you listen here, you hoodlum. Acting out with violent tendencies against innocent lives ain't gonna do around here, partner. So you best get to stepping or deal with the martial arts champion of the world.
Well, that depends. You were saying?
No.
Then get the fuck out my face, you useless sack of shit.
So after the fraud admits defeat, to be fair, I do the same thing if I see that happen in front of me. You absolutely got it. Then Goten handles him. And on top of that, these two NPCs try jumping bro right in front of his girl. This is where he locked in and folded them both. As soon as he thought he was done fighting, another baby-possessed person straight up snuck Goten. And after he did that, he finally comes out to do it and reveals his new form.
So, I was right. You really are a Saiyan.
And if I am, what does that have to do with me?
Oh, I understand now. Your energy readings are very similar to Goku's.
The fuck? How do you know my dad?
No, that's what I call a plot twist. Goku's a little boy and his unk status. Ain't that some shit? Now let's skip the formalities. I'm here for your body. No homo. I'ma need that to pack up your father.
Something funny?
Ugh. Oh, hell no! They don't pay me enough for this shit! I knew I
was a fraud, but this is OD.
Baby and Goten were boxing a bit off screen. And you guys want to know what Goten does during the fight? This man took a phone call mid-fight. Ain't no way. Now that's just disrespectful. Imagine you fighting someone, right? And then out of the blue, they take a phone call. I'd be mad as hell, or I'd just leave at that point. Especially if they knew they could fold you, that makes it even worse. So of course, feeling disrespected, he charges at Goten mid-phone call. And his phone blasted off on some Team Rocket shit. And that phone was never to be seen again. I lied, because Goten smacked Baby and caught the phone with his other hand while not even looking. Nah, that was actually kind of cold. But my guy wasn't finished. Baby scratched Goten. Keep this in mind, this is very important. Now, Goten is spamming Ki Blast thinking he packed up Baby. But to no one's surprise, it didn't work. So he shot a Kamehameha at him, not realizing that Baby would use that to his advantage. So with that being said, Baby took Goten's body and off rip, he wants to run the fate with Vegeta.
Finally! The Saiyan power is rightfully mine! Once I find you, Vegeta, it's wraps for you, little bro!
And once Goten got back to the crib, he started acting different. Chi-Chi wanted to check Goten's cut, and bro was like,
If she say no, hit the bitch.
Bro asked about Vegeta, then Chi-Chi smacked the goofy out of Goten. Low-key, that was well deserved, because if any other race that isn't white did what Goten did, they'd be on the news in a heartbeat. Even Baby was shook. Bro was thinking,
Damn! She really smacked the goofy out of me.
You are not him.
I ain't gonna lie, though. That personality of hers is insane. And to be honest, she's kinda bad, too. I might have to tap that later. But not now.
So after not getting a good enough answer, Gohan pulls up. And he's trying to be a good older brother and supporting his little bro. And what does he get? My man's got gut checked. All he wanted to do was be a good brother. Now that's crazy. Yo, what's up, little bro? What's wrong? Your date didn't work out for you?
What did I do to deserve that? Damn!
Easy. You came in here talking all that hot shit. You can't take a little punch? Oh, I can. Don't forget who's older, little nigga.
What's up then, nigga?
These boys were about to go at it. Typical sibling rivalry, so they head to an open area so they could duke it out for a bit. Look, I know this ain't the real Goten I'm fighting. Who are you and what did you do to my brother? I knew y'all Saiyans were stupid, but I didn't think y'all were this dumb. The fight has already begun. Goten already applying pressure, and Gohan's trying to hold back because he doesn't want to kill his brother. But at the same time, he is kind of getting whooped at the moment. As soon as Gohan started to power up, Baby left Goten's body and jumped into Gohan's body, just like an unloyal female jumping from the first dude to the next. Tragic world we live in, I tell you. And out of nowhere, Piccolo pulls up, and he already knew what type of timing Baby was on. So Gohan shot a Kamehameha, and bro got one tap. That was so disappointing. Piccolo didn't even get a chance to fight him. Now Baby is on his way to find Vegeta. So some time passes, Baby has finally found Vegeta, and they exchange words before the smoke.
I know you're not the real Gohan, cause bro is faster than that. It's kinda sad that you've forgotten so much with so little time. Regardless how far monkeys advance, they're still monkeys for real. What you mean by that? Now tell me, how's your daddy? What? That King Vegeta pack don't lie. You just as dumb as he was. It's honestly pretty funny. It's about time the Tuffles made a comeback. Not gonna lie, you had me in the first half. Psych! Oh, the monkey's learning. You're right. I'm a tough one. I'm here to get my get back on you filthy Saiyans.
Not gonna lie, that was mad anticlimactic. But then again, this is Dragon Ball after all, so he's not gonna go out like that. Meanwhile, as soon as Goten was gonna make a recovery, Baby was still in the system thanks to Gohan, so he heads out. Remember how I said Vegeta wasn't gonna go out like that? Yeah, he started getting whooped. Bro got grabbed by his hair. Oh, so we not fighting fair now. On top of that, he started dragging Vegeta's face into the pavement. I give up at that point. I'm literally raising my white flag, cause ain't no way I'm fighting anyone who's willing to drag me into the pavement. Also, Baby yeeted bro into a windmill. That throw was so strong that it broke the damn thing. We aren't getting clean energy anymore. We're cooked. Vegeta wasn't gonna go out like that, so we leveled the playing field and they started playing Star Wars Battlefront, cause they were spraying Ki Blasts at each other. I'm surprised I didn't see a Millennium Falcon. Finally, Goten pulls up and he tries to pull a fast one on Vegeta, and they start jumping him. Mans was getting shot up like he was in Detroit or even Chicago. Vegeta started shooting random Ki Blasts and they hit absolutely nothing, and immediately started talking trash like,
just stop it. You may be strong, but you're getting jumped by two Saiyan brothers. Your strength and your ego ain't gonna save you today. I did if I were you. That's just me though.
After falling victim to the trash talk, Vegeta powers up and Baby makes his move. And when I tell you Baby was talking heavy, I mean it.
Well, come box!
Oh, I'm inside you, my boy.
Hey, yo!
Of course you take it there, you dirty-minded monkey. little Pinocchio. It was nothing!
So my people kicked you off your own planet. That's kind of funny if you ask me. Now I would let Baby cook with his lore, but the vid is already long as it is. So long story short, the last remaining Tuffles had to use what they had left to make a genetically enhanced parasite on top of the Tuffle King's combined DNA that was scattered all around the vacuums of space so they can get their get back on the Saiyans. So as Vegeta is fighting for his life, Baby is pretty much saying to him, there's no way out of this, thinking he's solo Illuminati. So with that out of the way, Baby has finally taken over Vegeta and his plan was about to be put in motion. I told y'all Baby was on a generational run. When the gang finally made it back home, there were bad signs off rip. Nobody was saying anything. Chi-Chi and Videl haven't spoken a peep since they got back. And poor Trunks, he was the first one to find out the hard way. Vegeta looks normal, you know, nothing too...
You don't remember me. You don't remember my name.
So Baby reveals that there's an egg inside Trunks that's gonna hatch at any given moment. It ain't looking too good for him right now. Let's check back in on Goku and Pan. They're both confused on what's going on. Oh, they about to find out real soon. It's been a minute, right, Dad? Gohan, are you happy with what we found? Yup, I truly think so. Why don't we have some fun until the big boss? Planet! We're gonna destroy the entire planet with all of you on it. Okay, what's really happened to you guys while I wasn't here? Well, this is one hell of a homecoming event because last time I checked, you don't threaten to kill your own family members and cause property damage on top of that. The Dragon Ball world is something different. As soon as Pan was about to get packed up by her own father, Goku came in clutch to save her legacy. Even with that, Pan ended up unconscious. Now Goku was really locked in after this. My mans just did some devious combo on them both. That's just straight disrespectful. And then these two are smiling like the crazy YNs that they are. And Goku wanted to end the fight early, but Hercule stopped him and explained to him what happened. And then the final boss shows up. Baby finally makes his arrival. Goku might be cooked. Wait a minute, bro's the main character, he'll be aight. And then Baby has the nerve to ask Goku this.
So tell me, Goku, do you really think you could hurt your precious sons?
I don't know. You tell me, Baby. And then they start throwing hands. At this point, it isn't looking too good for Goku because Baby has Gohan, Goten, Trunks, and Bola at his side. And bro is just by himself. They're diving to join you.
Then so be
He did it. Goku pulled out all the stops and went straight to Super Saiyan 3. And they start throwing hands for a bit. And I say a bit because Goku's energy ran out for Super Saiyan 3. With that, Baby shoots Goku with a ki blast. And after getting his ass beat on multiple occasions, Goku still takes it. Baby has had enough of the game, so he had his army stand around him so he could transform into another form, even turning the sky red. Oh nah. With that, I could finally wrap up Exhibit B because this took way too long and this run on Earth was absolutely legendary. This concludes Exhibit B and we can finally move on to Exhibit C. Ladies and gentlemen, after that long Exhibit B, we could finally talk about Exhibit C, the evolution. After Baby's transformation, Mans was on timing. He wasn't trying to hear Goku's motivational yap session, so Baby wasn't finished yet. To really up the score on Goku, he does this.
Devils! It is your great ruler, Baby. The time to finally upon us. Your energy, my faithful servants.
No, ain't no damn way. He already transformed just to transform again. And this time, he's using the energy from all his servants to charge up an attack. This man is different. Then bro says a speech.
Forefathers, you will reap what you have sown. You want to talk about peace? Funny coming from a Saiyan monkey. Hell no.
And then he launched it. Goku is thinking in his head like,
what the fuck is we doing?
That death ball is something fierce. Bro just casually changed the landscape. Baby has finally gotten his get back for his people.
No more. The Tuffle race shall never be peaceful again. From lambs to the slaughter. Now we shall become the wolves, and we hunt for our prey.
Not gonna lie, that was a hard speech. If I'm being honest, aside from that, with no Goku in sight, Baby has officially won the battle. And he has his servants on their knees glazing bro. He legit has his own throne and everything. With the amount of greatness he's pulled off, it's well deserved. He summoned Shenron and wished for his whole world to be restored in the Earth's orbit. It's really looking grim with the Dragon Balls gone, and with zero trace of Goku. Well, not really, because Gabito Kai saved him at the last second, but bro lost him. So after some more events that I will not explain because this video is already long enough as it is, we're gonna move on.
on. Wait, I just thought about it. Since Baby is in Vegeta's body and he's with Bulma right now, it low-key means that Baby has sat Vegeta in the cook chair. Same with Stick Meaner's case, because Bro possessed Tom and casually smashed Sarah like it was nothing. What is up with these possessed characters cooking the host? But anyway, after the Kais were getting Goku right and doing some real questionable things, I'm gonna be real, this looks mad suspect. I'm gonna have to call Chris Henson. But off that, Baby and Oob, yes, Oob made a comeback, I didn't even bring that up. We're going back and forth in a little squabble. Now Oob was putting in work, and they started a beam struggle. I'm surprised I didn't see the buttons or the joysticks in the corners. So Oob got whooped, and Pan wasn't gonna take that, so she tried putting pause on it. And to no one's surprise, it doesn't do anything. She even hit him with a point-blank range ki blast. Not even a scratch on him. I'm sure he's thinking, "Be gone, sucks!" But hey, at least she tried, and A for effort. After some more events that I'll briefly go over, Oob and Boo fused and started putting in work against Baby. After some more beam clashes, he ends up losing the clash. You hate to see it, man. And Goku finally pulls back up for the ones. No more games! Straight to the ones! Now, Goku did put up a good effort, but it still wasn't enough. This about to change real soon. Just watch this. It's monkey time! Woo! It's finally time! The Great Ape is here to show Baby who the real monkey is. At this point, Baby is straight up having PTSD because the Great Apes really did a number on his planet. And he wasn't trying to have none of that, so he wanted to put Goku back in the pregame lobby. And by that, I mean just running away and spamming ki blast at him. Nothing too special. He finally smacked the goofy out of Baby, sending him underground with his servants. And Goku isn't letting up. Goku is powerful here, but with a slight drawback. Since he doesn't have full control of his Great Ape form, so Pan wants to talk no jutsu to her own grandfather. You want to know how he responded? He shot his mixtape at her because he wasn't trying to hear it. And he needed her opinion before releasing it. And turns out it was way too hot. After a while, Goku starts making his way to get a better view of Earth, and what's about to happen here is gonna be legendary. It finally happened! Super Saiyan 4 Goku has stepped into the fray with this tough flick. This could definitely be used as an album cover. From the red fur, long hair, golden eyes, the red eyeliner, Super Saiyan 4 is a tough transformation. Fight me if you want to.
Shaboing boing, get the dick out your mouth.
Honestly, this power is the best shot I have at packing up Baby. But it's better than nothing. I know where Baby is, and if everything goes according to plan, Earth and its residents should be back to normal in no time flat. Mr. Satan, watch Pan for me, will ya? Then he pulls straight up to Baby, destroys his random wall, and then says this to him. Well, Baby, I finally caught your ass lagging.
Was that bum-ass monkey transformation too much to handle?
Yup. This form will do the trick of me beating the goofy out ya.
And then they take it outside for the smoke. Baby starts punching Goku and he weaves all of it. And shoots ki blasts at him. Goku smoothly evades them like peanut butter and clocks him in the face. Damn! But Baby knew Goku would do this, so his ki blast came right back at Goku like a boomerang, giving him back shots with a knee to the stomach on the side. And Goku wasn't taking that, so he clocked him again, teleports, smokes him, and Baby shot him with a wind bullet, I guess. Then Baby started going to town on Goku, and this lunatic starts smiling as he's getting pieced. Nah, cue the RDC meme.
This nigga is crazy.
And immediately starts talking shit.
Quit laughing as I punch
you! Sorry about that. I'm honestly shocked. Shocked on how strong I am now.
Bullshit!
I barely felt your punches. Shit felt like feathers.
How dare you!
After
after Goku was disrespecting Baby, he wasn't gonna take that lion down. So he hits the revenge death ball, and Goku just stood there thinking to himself like, is this nigga serious? Then he tanked the attack. But to be fair, he knew he would survive, so he just stood there, casually dropping another album cover pose. Goku locked in, charged at Baby, gut checked him, and he legit just placed his hand in front of Baby's face and shot air, and he started flying back. Oh, and Goku wasn't finished. He checked Baby with a 3B's combo with no bend. Then he smacked Baby with the neck chop, and he went through the concrete. So Baby wasn't letting none of this slide, so Bulma activated the Blitz waves, and Baby transformed into the Golden Great Ape. Man's trying to go monkey for monkey. With his new power, Bro goes on a rampage. After some more events, Goku thought he packed up Baby, and with a blast like that, I believe it. Turns out my guy survived, and he shot his Super Gala gun and almost destroyed the planet, and on top of the fact that damn near everyone is laid out. So some time passes, Baby regains consciousness with even more power thanks to Bulma, and Goku woke back up, and Bro wasn't feeling too hot. So Pan wanted to clutch up, and trust me, it did not get far. But again, I will give her an A for effort. Then Baby got hit with a straight key blast by Trunks and the rest of the important characters that got revived. So Goku came up with a plan to pack up Baby for good. He needs their energy to really end his reign, not without Baby trying to stop him. So Goku flashes Baby, giving them some time, but not before he finds them. As soon as he went to call GG's for the entire lobby, Baby comes down with a case of severe bubble guts, because Oob was still alive after Baby ate him.
Pause.
Giving them some more time, Goku has everyone give him their energy. Baby shoots a Gala gun and he thought he packed up everybody. Goku pops up from the smoke. Bro was at full power and he was locked in. After playing Star Fox for a little bit, they end up back in the neutral game. Baby was tight, so he started shooting random blasts, and he proceeds to miss all of them. His aim makes the stormtroopers look like they have aimbot. Baby has officially had enough of the games, so he shoots his revenge death ball, and he starts talking shit as Goku is being engulfed in it.
Nobody escapes my death ball! Face it, Goku. It's wrapped indefinitely for your little brew. It's been fun. See you in the lobby!
And somehow he turns the death ball into a tornado and survived. Man spawned plot armor out of his ass cheeks, but it worked. Baby is confused, and so am I, but I'm not gonna ask any questions. Goku shoots a Kamehameha, and Baby goes down. Look at him, laid out. Just to add insult to injury, he shoots Baby's tail off. He wasn't gonna let that slide, so he left Vegeta's body, and he just straight up dipped on Bulma. Bro realized he had some milk that he had to go pick up from the store. And Goku isn't gonna let him off that easy. He shot a Kamehameha at Baby's ship, sending him straight to the sun, ending his reign once and for all. Holy shit. This has to be my longest video I've ever made aside from the Trent video. Let me check the audio. Over 30 minutes, my God! Y'all better show y'all support because I'm gonna go through hell putting this video together. But like I said, people remember how it ended, but they forgot how it started, so I had to. Once again, I'd like to give my thanks for your continued support, and I wouldn't be making these videos without you guys. Before I go, I gotta give a quick shout out to the homies Fallen Gang for voicing Frieza and Cell for the opening skit, and the homie Poetic for providing his voice for Boo for the skit, and Baby for the entire video. These boys did their thing here. I'll leave their channels in the description. They both make banger content. Baby, get real comfortable because you will now be sitting at the Mansion of Black Forces with the rest of them. That wraps up Mansion of Black Forces episode 8. If y'all enjoyed, let me know in the comments. And for the next video, he's a knight in purple armor, and he's a menace and a deadbeat. I'ma leave it at that. Until we meet again, I'm out. Deadbeats, the absolute scum of the earth. Now, we've dealt with them at least once in our lives or watched them in our favorite shows or in our favorite games. For example, Goku. Now, Goku's a great character, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to being a father, that's a whole different story. I feel like bro forgets he even has a family, cause bro constantly leaves for the milk, leaving Chi-Chi to be a single mother. Now, Jing, don't even get me started. Bro is laying the pipe on Gon's mother. I don't know who she is, but I feel bad for her though. Then 9 months later, there had to be a new milk flavor that dropped because he dropped off Gon with his aunt, and he went to go look for that damn milk flavor for the majority of Gon's life. Absolutely sick. But those two don't compare to the person we're talking about today, Korag from Power Rangers Mystic Force. Yeah. For the people who've been requesting him, you got your wish. For the people who wanted Zanaku, it'll happen another day. While bro is low-key a deadbeat, but you have to admit he is a menace. From benching the White Ranger, constantly trolling the Red Ranger through a Neuralink, I don't know how the hell he did that. He must have had connections with Slade. Since Mystic Force and Teen Titans were airing around the same time, I know I'm not reaching with this shit. The list goes on. You already know we back at the Mansion of Black Forces, but this time I am not doing this episode alone. I have a special guest. You'll find out who it is soon enough. Hey yo, do the thing! Alright boys, we have the evidence lying on the table and we shall discuss Korag, the deadbeat warrior. Now let me pump the brakes real quick. Before we get to that, I have a little surprise. That's right, your boy has a character now. Just to make the vids a little more interesting, just to add a little flair to it, nothing too crazy. But anyways, without further ado, Exhibit A. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present to you Exhibit A, Korag's pull-up. So the episode starts with a flashback explaining what happened with the darkness and how they got packed up by the 5 mystic warriors at the time. And then after that, they got sent to the underworld, which is their version of hell essentially. Some years pass by, Korag finally pulls up for his get back, looking like an album cover concept. And already the camera is going crazy with the angles. Peep the wolf on his shoulder, the shield with the sword behind it, the wrist with the spikes on it. Yup. I knew it. He's a black metal fan. The close up to the belt and to the damn stompers. You can already tell he ain't playing no games and already wants violence for the first episode. After the Rangers catch a dub, Korag had the nerve to third party them talking about, oh, y'all won? That's cool. Now catch his third party. And then he has the unadulterated audacity to shoot these people. Oh, nah. Mans was really on go. If you thought that was bad, my boy said ground fights are overrated. I'm more of a sword guy myself. And Buddy turned into a centaur. Oh nah, something really awakened inside my boy. And Udana turned into a giant too. Now you would think she was staying on business, right? You'd be sadly mistaken, cause she gets absolutely violated. And just to make things worse, Korag just casually took her snow staff as a trophy. So not only did he third party these guys, insulted them, flexed the fact that he could turn into a centaur, violated Udana and boo-ganged her snow staff, and demoted her to a damn side character. Oh hell no, this is already the first episode and Mans is already committing some heinous acts. Here's what he said on the way out.
Now peep this, I'ma let y'all go so you can witness the pain and destruction that happens on your lane and drill this into your heads. After what I did to you, this should have been your final day on Earth, but I'ma catch you later.
Now that's just straight up disrespectful. Now that's enough with Exhibit A, now let's move on to Exhibit B. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Exhibit B, Gaslighting and Fade Running 101. Now, gaslighting, for those who don't know, is a method where the user makes the other person question their entire existence. So it's really manipulation. And there are a good selection of users, Slade, Aaron Yeager, etc. And Korag is no different. So peep this, Nick is just chilling at work, and next thing you know, Korag has that Neuralink on Nick cause bro starts yapping in his mind talking about,
Nick, nobody wants you in their lives. You're sorry. You better dip before I come and see you.
Nah, I have several questions on how and why the hell does bro have a Neuralink to Nick's mind? This man had to be chopping it up with Slade from Teen Titans, cause Buddy did the same thing to Robin and Tara. Here's how the conversation went.
So I have this guy I'm trying to troll, right? And I need some tips. How can I break his mind, per se? So what you got for me?
Easy. Use your telepathy. Now, I don't know if you have that, but if you do, go into his mind and start talking devious. I mean, something crazy. I mean, shit. It literally worked for me 3 different times with Robin, Tara, and Beast Boy. Didn't even know what hit them.
Excellent, excellent. Pleasure doing business with you.
My pleasure. Now go out there and mentally traumatize your op. Now, to be fair, in the show, he used a snow staff to get into Buddy's head, but I'ma still say, hey man, Slade had connections. Korag is still talking heavy, while niggas on his bike, bro was like, aight, enough is enough. You about to run my fade right now. And to Nick's surprise, it was Korag doing the trolling. Nick morphs and they got straight to the swing. These boys were dead evil, going blow for blow, bar for bar with each other. And as expected, Korag got the upper hand on old Buddy. As the fight continues, Nick really started getting cooked. It was so bad that his friends had to jump in for the scrap. Bro was so petty to the point when a squad pulled up, it was a perfect time to bust out the Centaur form. Oh, that wasn't enough. Bro decided to pull out the Centaurus Wolf Megazord. Oh, no. It was bad enough that they already can't hang with them, especially Nick, and he decided to pull this shit. Nah, bro, I can't. No way. It's the fact that he decided to pull out the Megazord when the whole squad pulls up. And like, you doing this for what reason? For what purpose? You know what? You absolutely got it, Chief. And bro took their ability to combine. Oh nah, bro's petty and a thief? Bro really said,
without your Megazord power, you and your homies can't hang with me. And next time I pull up, I'ma cancel your life subscription.
As you can clearly see, Korag is the following: a menace, a troll, petty, and he's a deadbeat. You know what? I gotta get the guest. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to reveal the identity of a special guest. It is none other than Shaman King 100. That's right, your boy had to do a team up for this episode since he already made a Korag video of his own. It'll only make sense. Now, I'm gonna let Shaman give you a crash course on Korag's gaslighting ability, cause that right there is an impressive feat. Hey yo, Shaman, do the thing!
Thank you for having me on, my man, but since we are talking about the violator himself, I have brought new evidence to the table, that being Exhibit B. See, Korag invented the concept of living in your op's head rent-free. He didn't just occupy space, my man built a luxury penthouse up there and paid zero utility. Because as you brought up, local domestic violence wasn't enough. Man had his talents go international, Mr. Worldwide over here. But after finishing her up, it wasn't enough, as my man done put her snow snap as a souvenir and mounted that bad boy to the wall. But not even that was enough for him. Nope, because what's the point of having nice things if you can't rub it in somebody's face? So my man miraculously learns that he has the power of telepathy, and he goes to a direct call straight to Nick's head. Nah, bro, really a cyberbully. And it's messed up because you know it was just to Nick, because he didn't do this to any other ranger. He didn't make fun of the Green Ranger's inflatable arms, didn't hit you, Donna, with the hey big head. Nah, he decided to hit Nick with the hey you up tech, ready to throw their hands whenever. And dude must have had that 5G network family plan, because somehow no matter where Nick was, Korag was always just a call away. And the only way I could quantify the abuse that Korag did to Nick is just telling you that my boy was the Amber Heard of his time. Minus the poop on the bed. Nasty. And all this psychological warfare only gets worse when you just know that Korag is actually the father of Nick. Bruh, getting bullied by your own father is a different level of... Man was really roasting him, breaking him down, and making him doubting his existence. Nah, man, making Gene Freaks look good right now. I mean, I understand the master had my boy under some mind control, but I get a suspicious feeling my man felt a little type of way. I haven't seen more family dysfunction since the Ace family. Actually, scratch that. This is straight up Daddy of 5 parenting. Speaking Daddy of 5, bringing up the greatest point that I didn't bring up in my own Korag video that I would love to share with you now. See, in the American Power Ranger version, Liambo is just the father and husband to Udana and Nick. But in the Super Sentai version, Woolzard, aka Korag, he wasn't just the Red Ranger's pops, he was all the Rangers' father. What in the Star Wars? This is not a Mari episode anymore, this is Jerry Springer at this point. Bro wasn't just a deadbeat to one kid, man deployed with the whole squad and went AFK. And I got to say, man was thinking he was Nick Cannon or something, cause boy was trying to repopulate the earth solo dolo with him and the White Ranger. I mean, I know he the Wolf Knight, he got that dog in him, but the White Ranger definitely got that dog in her, if you know what I'm saying. And yo, the age gap between the kids ain't that far off, so I'm just saying, dude clearly was putting in work bag to bag. But say, Drake, the real question is he hiding his kids from the world or hiding the world from his kids? I thought this was important to bring to the table. Man might be a D-list dad, but he was definitely still a A-list cheek clapper. I know what I'm saying, my boys. Hey, but thanks, Brody, for having me on. Take it away.
Appreciate it, Shaman, for the well-explained crash course on Korag's menace activities. You gotta give props to the bro. I'ma link his Korag vid and his channel in the description. Bro is absolutely hilarious. Now let's get back to this menace. After the gatekeeper got kidnapped, I'm definitely adding that to the other charges. Nick pulls up to save her and to get his round 2 with Korag. Buddy said, look dog, you are running my fade right now. No magic, just straight pause, just you and me, and I respect that. And Korag was like, bet. Nick pulled out the Mystic Force Fighters, or as I like to call them, the Punch-Out Glove, and they got straight to it. Korag almost took Nick's head off, but good thing Nick dodged it, because if he didn't, he would have been like a chicken without its head. And Nick was moving like prime Muhammad Ali, and landed a 2-piece combo on Buddy's shield. And after that, it was GG's for Nick. But I will admit, he was trying his hardest. Now, you would think after Nick getting the brakes beat off him, he'd ask for a timeout or a breather. No! Buddy pulled out the Magi Staff, thinking that something was gonna change. Oh, something did change, alright. You didn't have internal bleeding before, but now you do, and then he got yeeted off a cliff.
Ooh, that brother's floating in the air.
And my dog got thrown into a mountain after dealing with Korag's final blow. Now right here, now this is how you end an exhibit. Psych! One more thing. Since the Rangers have a Solaris Knight as their 6th, Korag peeped and he went to throw hands with bro. And then they get to the squabble. This will not be the first time they box. It was a little calm fight at first, but it got interrupted. Now when we get to the second fight, I'm talking straight weave nation, straight blows, everything. The fight ended, but bro doesn't finish the job, says bro has honor like that. And not before talking shit, talking about you ain't shit and you never gonna be shit. And the Rangers jump him, but they forget that he's jump resistant. Now that's a way to end an exhibit. Now that wraps up Exhibit B. Now let's finally move on to Exhibit C. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present to you Exhibit C, Korag's redemption arc. Now, as the show goes on, Korag started having flashbacks to back when he was Liambo, foreshadowing that he'll get his humanity back. And after boxing with the Rangers, he sent them to the underworld, again, which is their version of hell, to get their powers taken. Udana pulls up for the rescue, and then the master didn't like that, so he sucks the life out of her, literally. Man, don't think like that, you nasty. Korag can't stand for none of this, so he stops the master from putting Udana in a box. And then it happens. Liambo is finally back with the overdue milk and all, but better late than never. But that was all too good to be true, because the master turned him back at the Korag, and him and Nick go for their final scrap. And right now, they're evenly matched. Before Korag was about to send Nick to sleep forever, Udana told him that Nick was his son, and you were 10 plus years late with the milk. By the way, Udana's his mom, by the way. Oh, hell no. Nick is looking all bewildered right now, and I would be too after hearing this all of a sudden. Okay, so hear me out real quick. Imagine being on a Power Rangers show, right? You have no idea who your real parents are. And next thing you know, you're on the Maury show waiting for the DNA results. When it comes to Nick Russell, I'm not saying his age because I don't know it. Liambo, you are the father! So after cheating death, Liambo finally pulls back up for the ones. I'ma let the morph sequence play because I don't think I could do it justice.
Magical source! Mystic force!
All right. Let's just take a second to admire the drip real quick. Bro really went from grape to fruit punch flavor. In all seriousness, he got it on though. He immediately got to work and packed up homeboy. You would think everything would be fine and hunky-dory, but nah. Not even an episode passes by, and Nick got possessed by the master and became a new Korag. Nah, that's not good for me, for you, or for anybody in the vicinity. And immediately started upping the pole on his pops. I understand you're mad about your dad going on a lifelong journey for the milk and just now reappearing in your life. I get it. But at least try to have a connection with him to some degree. Bro is pretty much saying, yeah, Dad, where the f was that milk at? Liambo has to step in for the very first time in Nick's life and give him good old tough love. And they teleport back to the base. And off rip, a table explodes as soon as they make contact with it. Flammable ass furniture. And Buddy thinks he's Captain America because he throws his shields up and hits it with a hook kick at his dad. Now I'm like 99% sure that he didn't know he could do shield tricks. But either way, Steve Rogers and Sam Wilson will be very proud of him right now. And then he starts W-keying Liambo and yeets him into some more flammable ass ornaments. And this continues for a few seconds, and after he's done doing that, he hits him with a 360 aerial kick. Bro thinks he's Jet Li. At this point, Liambo has no choice but to tackle his son, hoping the CTE will make him stop. If anything, it's making him more angry, so they take the fight outside, and oh my gosh, what this man Nick did to him is wild. But he said fuck the shield and disarmed his pops, and he started going crazy with the dual-wield sword. And he finally kicks him off the ledge, and Nick, being a psychotic crash out, he made a portal so him and Liambo can keep boxing it out. I should low-key add Nick to the mansion along with his dad, cause the menace apple doesn't fall far from the tree of crash outs. Liambo surrenders, pretty much telling his son, look Bo, Nick's magical name was Bowen, by the way, I forgot to mention that. Look Bo, I know you're mad at me, and you have every right to be, but just know I love you, son. Come on, now bring it in. Nick was finally released from the curse and gave his father a hug that was long overdue. Afterwards, they finally put the master in a box, and then the whole world was saved. After everyone has their happy ending, Nick and his parents ride on their motorcycles off into the sunset, ending the series. Woo! This video is finally over. Psych! Exhibit D. Y'all really thought I was gonna end the video just like that? Nah, we gotta take a little trip from the States to Japan because it's time for a bonus round. In Magi Ranger vs. Deca Ranger, Korag, aka Wolzard, has went toe-to-toe with the Shadow Ranger, aka Deca Master. And you would think we would have gotten this fight in America, but unfortunately, we were robbed of this fight because they never did a crossover. But I will say one thing, they were going crazy in this fight. Yo, Japan is always getting the cool shit. Anyways, Korag pulls up on both the teams and immediately notices Shadow Ranger, completely ignoring the other Ranger teams. Like, damn, bro just called him irrelevant. Doggy tells him to dip so him and Korag could run the fate, and they did exactly that. They both pull the swords out and they get straight to work. It was so hard that they started making after images. They really think they in Dragon Ball Z. They were both like, you know what, let's just get straight to the point. And they both hit their final attacks, slid into the frame, and struck each other. You'd think one would go down after that, but nah. Everything else around them started exploding. And then they started giving each other props, pretty much saying, game recognized game, and you looking real familiar right now. now. Now that's the way to end the bonus exhibit. Korag, do I even have to say anything? Welcome to the mansion, my boy. Make yourself at home, big bro. And while you at it, Nick, you might as well follow him because you also a part of the mansion, my boy. That wraps up Mansion of Black Forces episode 9. Big shout out to the homie Shaman King 100 for hopping on this video. Definitely go peep his content. Hey yo, a little spoiler alert. Me and him got something cooking on his channel. It's finna get real psycho over there. I'm gonna leave it at that. Oh, and by the way, I have the ultimate life form waiting for his video, so I gotta get started on that. So y'all should know the drill. Subscribe to my channel. Look at my playlist for other episodes like this. Follow my socials. Join my Patreon. And join my YouTube memberships. I need people, damn it. But until we meet again, I'ma head out.